Pop chat out yet. Uh-huh. You can behave. Absolutely. I have no intention of behaving. Oh, wow, Ava Bella, 12-hour shifts. Good lord. Are you in healthcare? What's that? I'm in a new location, and of course everything has to go to pot. So, what was that? The mail fall? Mail is falling. Low volume? Can you hear the fan? Because I can turn the fan off. It might be a little loud. Video is infuriating. Your max on headphones? Alright, well, he's being a wiggle worm anyway, so hang on real quick. Alright, down. I'm done with you. I'm done with you! What? You can't hear my fan over your AC. You had your chance. No. No. He wants treats, but he's being a bad boy, so. No treats. Alright, you guys say I'm quiet? Well, the mic is, like, a little further away than normal. I can, Okay, on a scale of 1 to 3, 3 being perfectly fine, you can hear me, no problems, 1 being I'm so quiet I sound like I'm whispering, where's the sound at? I guess I should keep talking so there's, like, something for you all to decide. And while you're doing that, let me find chat. Yeah? Think you're done being a bit of a butthead? I don't think you are. I'm very close to the camera today. 3? Okay, you guys can hear me fine. Alright, never mind. It's just a little weird. Oh, all the fuzz. I've been gone for like 4 days, so everything's a bit chaotic. Just a little. A little bit of chaos. That's right, Rockies. Make it that small? Is it too small? You know, we're not going to have a cat today, so we'll just pop chat over here. You guys can see each other just fine. I'm in my, yep, that space where you do things. Living room. I'm in my living room. Because I'm lazy. Actually, I'm not lazy. I just wanted to sit out in my living room. I have more light here, and it's prettier, and people are telling me this one's going to be kind of rough, so I know probably he's going to go into... He's not sorry that he's not even sorry he's not sorry. He's just not sorry. He doesn't understand. He's a cat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Changing the sheets, but the little girl, the little cinnamon tabby that I have, she likes to play under the sheets when you change the bed. So she like gets under and she does this like crawl thing under the sheets. It's very cute. Very adorable. I'm getting raided? I am? What does that mean? Don't scare me. What does that mean? I am old. Rated doesn't mean good things where I'm from. Oh, my views aren't that bad. No, that's fine. Well, you spooked me there for a minute. Uh, I mean, it's good views for me, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad. I was working on the second part of the Glitter and Lasers time warp thing, so I don't, well, okay, look, I would love to have a bajillion cats, honestly, but 3 is a handful. I cannot imagine 9. What are you doing, turd? I'm going to ignore him the rest of the day. Someone ended my stream and linked to me? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, whoever you were. Oh, you guys are coming over from Nerfy. Excellent. I know she and I share a bunch of you, so. I'm glad that this worked out, because I don't like competing with Nerfy. Oh, it's good to have everybody here. Yay! I'm sure the cat will pop up again, so no worries. He's just pouting right now. All right. Jay Smiles was first. Lucy Jane, hello. Lucy Jane also said that Chantel just popped up in Thailand alone. The dirt. The dirt. He had an emergency. Sure he did. Uh-huh. Midori Gale is here. Adderall is here. No, Adridol. Adridol is here. Abby, Rocky, I think I already said Midori, Kelly, the Skylights, hello, Zora, hello, Jackie, hello, Baba Yaga's Chicken, I love that name, hello, Galanthus, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, actually, so, hi? I also may just not remember. Sanja, hello. Okay, Smug and Smarmy, Hedgehog, Fem, Stevie, Anna. Concentrating on the small things. Good name. Alice. I learned to save the wrong species. Getting everybody. Sweary Fairy's here. Lazy Reader. Same. Same. Heather, Zora, I think I got you already. Lily. Lily Doolittle. Do you talk to animals? Do you? Skithulu. Is that you, Skeletor? Skeletor. It gets worse every time. Is that you, Skeletor? Ugly laughs. Same. Of course, Diary's here. Thank you. And thank you, everybody who's coming over from Nerfies. Bian, good to see you. Tangerine, good to see you. Curvy, good to see you. You have a spicy take about AM, bruh? Sure. Oh, sweetie, that was so nice of you. Thank you. But do you talk to animals? You're talking about me. I feel like, because I remember Baba Yaga's Chicken, and I love the name so much. I feel like you pop in and out, and it's okay. Lurking is perfectly acceptable, believe me. Elsie, hello. How are we doing on time? We're 10 minutes in. So far, nothing has gone wrong. I don't want to report it. I wanted to like it. Thanks. Oh! Okay, there we go. Shayna. Winter Sea. Such a pretty name. Oh, Amba. Gotcha, Ambra. Gotcha. I'm there. I'm here. Somebody told me Chikara was... Somebody in the comments, it might have been you, Diary, mentioned that Chikara had shouted me out again. I appreciate it. I like that she likes me. So the goal is to stay on the good side now. I don't have anything bad to say about Chikara. I think she's amazing, so In another life, I would be a Chikara. I would be the bodybuilding queen. I still think she got robbed of her pro card. Team Chikara. I love that she puts her little trophy. It's not little. I love that she puts her trophy in the background where you can see it now. It's really pretty. First off, it's a really neat design for the trophy. And secondly, I think she should. She worked really, really hard for that. Hi, Kemi. Oh, wow. That was very nice of her. Thank you. Hello, pufferfish. Scathulu. I love that so much. Great. Excuse me. Yeah, Team Chikara. If I could afford to fly out to whatever country she's competing in next, I totally would, just to be like, the judges better judge correctly this time. Okay. I feel like she keeps getting robbed of her chances of getting her card because either she doesn't have enough people competing with her, so they won't hand out a pro card. Because I understand that they want to have a certain number of people to make sure that the pro card is done correctly. I get that part, but I still feel like she's competed so many times in enough categories at this point that there's no reason why she shouldn't have her pro card, especially since her physique is, I'm sorry, her physique is amazing. I don't care. She has a natural physique to begin with, and then the amount of effort that she puts into it to get ready for showtime is stunning. And I know other people work hard too. I do get that part, but every time I've ever seen the pictures of her and her competitors, she always looks better. I think the only time I've ever seen the other person who actually won look better than her was the first time she competed in, I want to say, physique or something, when she changed her categories. The first time she changed categories, the person who won did actually have better definition and tone than her, but by this much, you know? And every other time, she's been robbed. I'm sorry, she's getting robbed. But anyway, that's enough of that. Hi, Ruby. Oh, that's right. She's taking up powerlifting. Dude, she's gonna crush it. She's also one of those people that once she decides she's gonna do something, she just does really well. So, if I look super overexposed, that's because I am. So there you go. My wall is white, and there's a light directly behind my head, so. Alright, anyway, that was my little tirade there. What happened to her pro card? She competed, I want to say the last competition, it might be the competition before last that she competed in. She won. She won her category. But there weren't enough women in her category, so they wouldn't give her the pro card at the competition. So they told her to basically write to the powers that be and explain the situation, and they might give her a pro card, and so she did, and the powers that be were like, no, we don't think your physique is enough for a pro card, which I think is absolute bullshit. So, but I'm not the deciding vote there, so. Your toe is fractured. Dang. How did you fracture your toe, Pupper Gupper Mom? Well, you said you were lurking, so if you don't answer me, that's fine. PNG tuber soon? What's a PNG tuber? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. I'm so behind. You actually got to go out in public today. You're still traumatized. Killing me. I was out in public for 4 days. I went to the beach. It was very nice. Went back to Atlantic City. Very, very nice. The weather was perfect. Got to play in the ocean. I was probably in the water for almost 2 hours. It was great. Got some more taffy. I've had exactly 2 pieces of it. Comment says Sense has an... Am I not signed in as myself? I'm not signed in as myself. podcast. Who am I signed in as? No, I'm signed in as myself. Alright. This time. Give me a second here. What's going on with the chat? Cool. Chat publicly is me. Alright, we'll just go here and do message. How hasn't Amber been deplatformed yet? Guess is as good as mine. Anyway, I just linked a link to the Nerfy's Discord. If you haven't joined, it's Nerfy's it's Nerfy's Discord, but most people go there because we're talking about, well, most people from my channel go there because we talk about Amber. We've got a section there to talk about glitter and lasers, and Nerfy has tons of categories for all other types of chatter. So it's a really good community, and a lot of people in the chat are in there. So if you're enjoying the chat, go check out the Discord. If you came over from Nerfy's, you know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, they know how difficult it is, Ruby. Most of them are either current competitors or they're past competitors. Like, I get that they know what they're talking about. I'm just on Chikara's side. I, as a layperson, have opinions about things that I am not qualified to have opinions about, but I have strong opinions about them. You're running through the house with the dogs and you stubbed your... Ooh. Oh, that just made my whole foot clench. Ouch. I am so sorry, Pupper Guppers. You know, I wonder if I'm not signed in as my cat, though. Comment. Because here... Alright. Let me pop this out again, see if this works this time. Okay, look. This is my problem. Stop it. If I put the chat back into the chat window by closing it, so now you guys can't see it anymore, I can talk as myself all day long. If I pop the chat window out, so now you guys can see it, now I'm chatting as a subscriber. And live chat anyway. And I don't know why. Something I need to click on. Hey, chicken butt. Hello. I think I've broken a toe before, but I don't think I've ever needed to be in a boot for it because I didn't go to the doctor, so. Well, if it's something that requires me to react to it, I'll pop it back into the stream window and that should fix it. Alright. Let's get ready for fat chick trauma. This is true. This is true. Cat is an involuntary subscriber. You made it subscribe for fresh chicken. This is true. This is also true. Dang it, I forgot to get the stupid pigeon emoji done. Next time. That'll be for members chat. Well, you can't use it unless you're members anyway, so. Yeah, I gotta go to the doctor at the end of the week, too. I'm still debating if I'm going to go or not. It's just my GP, and I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do there. I'm like, what am I doing at the GP? He's gonna tell me to get my blood work done, and that's it. So why don't they just tell me to get my blood work done? I could just go to the lab. I don't need to go to the doctor's office. But anyway. You dropped a helium tank on your pinky toe. Sorry, Smug. Hello, Andrea. All right. Been about 20 minutes at this point. Wow. I did not see how long this is. Holy crap on a stick. We may not be reacting to the whole thing today. I did not see that that was 3 hours. So I'd like to be done with this around 6:30-ish. My partner should be home about that time, and I'm sitting right next to the door, so. Insurance is covered. He has to demonstrate he saw you X time a year. An insurance thing. Whatever. Can I just send him a picture and he can just be like, yes, I totally saw her. No, I did not, Smug. I did not know this was 3 hours. With Pulpy, no feet talk. Alright, alright. No more toe talk. Yeah, this is probably going to be a two-parter. I do not believe I will get through this. Well, yeah, you're there for 13 hours or something crazy. I will probably speed it up a little bit, but that's not going to compensate for 3 hours. We will be watching it at a time and a quarter. So, alright. Unless there are further objections or explanations for why I am the way I am. This means I turn that off. What happened? Nothing. Ooh. Oh, I see. That's all it did. Oh. Well, that's good to know. I can turn that off. Does that turn reactions off for everybody or just me? I'm not going to make a toe emoji. I don't have anything against feet, but I know some people do, so. Can you change your appointment to telehealth? I don't know if I can. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I just don't want to go. I've already been to my OBGYN, which is the important appointment, so this one he's just going to tell me to get blood work done. Might shine a light down my throat. Be like, yes, you are a healthy 40-some-year-old woman. Go home now. And I'll be like, great, thanks. Ask if I can get a lab work order before your appointment. That's funny that you think I can talk to my doctors, Elsie. That's cute. That's amazing. I'm lucky I have an appointment. Do you understand how far out? The main reason I haven't canceled the appointment is because my appointment is for the 30th of this month. I made this appointment 2 months ago because this was the first available appointment. So. He always saves the most disturbing stuff for the last few minutes, doesn't he? Anna is a big toe. She is the biggest toe. Chicken and I. Alright. Started. You have no sound, do you? Manipulate. Manipulate. Get some actual audio going on here so you guys can hear it. Let's try this.
What are you doing?
There you go. You should have sound now.
Destiny, look.
I have my ears pierced.
And it's like the one incident where I could slightly be an abuser didn't even happen. You're a very manipulative person. I have come to terms that my mental illness does make me manipulate in ways.
Why does it drive me so crazy that she says I can't even say it the way she says it. Manipulate. Yeah, manipulate. Why does that bother me as much? Alright, this isn't good. I was gonna play I'm gonna play with a different slime. I need to reactivate this slime. Alright, so yes, this is little baby Destiny. I wasn't here for the Destiny era. I started watching full time around Becky era, so, and they still lived in the gay care, so that's about when I jumped in. So that's just giving you guys an update of where I'm at. So all of this will be, I've watched retro reacts to Destiny and stuff like that, so I know who she is. I know how the relationship worked. I don't like Destiny. So there's that. I don't have a lot of sympathy for Destiny. I think she is equally as much of a manipulator and kind of a trash person in general, but in all fairness, Destiny kind of admits to it, so it's fine. Manipulate. Yeah, exactly. Manipulate. There's a U in it. Yeah, it might be because she's saying nipple, BJ. It's like, why? It'd be one thing if she was saying it kind of because you could tell she was being funny, but she was saying it in a moment where she was dead ass serious. And so it makes me think that she really believes the word is pronounced manipulate. Manipulate. I am on live chat. Yeah, make sure to change the live chat, y'all. Free the manipul. Yes, exactly. She is playing stupid sweary fairy. And like, that's the thing, like, I don't think Amber's particularly like Mensa level or anything like that. But she definitely tries to play stupid, and it drives me nuts. Destiny's your favorite, Ricky's people? Destiny is the most colorful of the X's. I will give her that much. S, despectful. That was her joking around when she does. After this. Yeah, see, I have a feeling that Destiny's just as bad at this as Amber is, so. And I honestly think that's one of the reasons she's the one that got away when it comes to, like, Amber's obsession with her exes, is because Destiny knows how to play the manipulation game and did a very good job of it with Amber, and Amber liked it. Also, she acts like a 5-year-old, and Amber likes that too. Anyway.
Mental illness isn't an excuse, but it's like a reason. It's so fucking easy for Amberlynn Reed to be the villain.
Do you think, in some weird universe, I could actually pay Mr. Snowflake to edit my videos? Does anybody think that could happen? I wonder how much he would charge. He's definitely got the skills for it. Suspect. Jimmy Bunker. He better be in here. Like, how did he do this intro? It's just amazing. This is like Dateline level shit. His production level is like rock solid. I am slime today.
A while now.
Alright, before we get too far into it. This is Steam Room. Yeah, you can't see that. This Steam Room from OG Slimes. I've got a big shipment of OG Slimes. I'm not sponsored. I just have a bunch of OG Slimes. And this is the spa day. It smells like men's cologne. Oh, there you go. My favorite. My favorite is this toe beans, but it's too sticky. I need to reactivate it.
Oh. And the main reason for that, I think, is because I didn't view Destiny as a victim the same way I did Casey and Crystal. But after watching all the clips and doing all the research, I was dead wrong. Destiny is 100% another victim of Amberlynn Reed.
I'm gonna actually back that up again because he said he didn't view Destiny as a victim. How is the sound on the video? 1, it's a whisper. 3, it's good. 2, it's in the middle. Let me back that up. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Believe in you. Here. Chances for grapes. You like the Steam? You have the Steam room, Max, the best boy?
For a while now. And the main reason for that, I think, is because I didn't view Destiny as a victim the same way. I've been putting this episode off for a while now. And the main reason for that, I think, is because I didn't view Destiny as a victim the same way I did Casey and Crystal.
Interesting.
But after watching all the clips and doing all the research, I was dead wrong. Destiny is 100% another victim of Amberlynn Reed.
I'm sure he'll go into it, but I do wonder why he didn't view Destiny as a victim, and maybe it's for the same reasons that I don't like Destiny, and it's because I can see the same manipulation tactics in Destiny that I see in Amber, and I basically just see the two of them basically playing mind games against each other until Amber's possessiveness, because I don't see Destiny being particularly possessive, but I can see that possessiveness of Amber's, that need to control every minute of every day, I can see that really wearing Destiny down. So the triggers similar to Old Spice. Yes, very Old Spice smelling, Rocky. A tad too loud? It's good, I forgot. He also had to keep churning the vids out, so... See, that's the thing. If it's a 3-hour-long video, I'm surprised. Maybe he just didn't want to make these multiple... Like, he doesn't want these victims of an empath to be multiple episodes long. Max says, I think Destiny doesn't seem like as much of a victim because she's always seemed to push back more than Amber's. Look, man, just because you fight back doesn't mean you're not a victim. It just means you're a spicy victim. Destiny was the first to tell her to stop. Possibly. I mean, all of her exes have broken up with her.
Everything kind of blew up into smoke. Crystal and I were having like a little issue. We were trying to work it out for about 2 weeks. We didn't tell anybody. We just kept everything private completely. And on April 1st, we decided to break up.
Following Amber and Crystal's breakup, Amber would prove just how much she had loved Crystal by moving on instantly with Destiny.
We're gonna start in 2015. That is the year that I met Amberlynn and that we started dating.
How did you meet your new girlfriend? She's not my girlfriend. She wants to ask me in person. Like, isn't that the cutest thing ever? Her name is Destiny.
We met online on an app. The app was Who's Here.
Crystal downloaded these like chat apps when we broke up. I kind of did it just because she was doing it. I kind of, in a way, was just...
You say Crystal downloaded these apps when we broke up? So Crystal was immediately back on the market after breaking up with Amber's ass. That's funny. Destiny was 20. Here's the thing. Amber's not that much older than the girls she's dating in the time that she's dating them up till wifey. I promise I will quit kicking the camera. So like the age argument, everybody keeps judging Amber by her current age, and Amber wasn't 33 when she was dating Destiny, so... She was definitely 30-ish when she was dating, wifey, though. Did Destiny break up with Amber on April Fool's? That's pretty funny, actually. Implicit? Yeah, Destiny had no problem
jealous
calling
of it,
Amber out.
and I wanted friends. I wanted someone to talk to.
Someone had been using my pictures on there and was catfishing people. I don't know why. So I was just checking to make sure I still wasn't on there.
She sent me a message first.
I did.
My face was the first one she...
Somebody was using somebody was using Destiny's pictures to catfish. Oh, okay. All right. Sure. Uh-huh.
she saw, and for some reason she couldn't help but be drawn to sending me, hey. We just formed a really, really strong connection. I'm so, so grateful for it.
I had no intentions of meeting anyone on that app. She just looked like someone cool to talk to. It wasn't gonna be anything like that.
I asked her, I finally thought we were at that level where we could add each other on like social media or whatever. And I was like, so do you have an Instagram? And she's like, oh, no, I don't. And I was just like, okay, I didn't think anything of it. And she goes, so who do you live with? And I was just like, oh, my best friend. Why didn't I say my ex-girlfriend? I don't know. I guess I didn't want to just like complicate the friendship.
The both of them might have claimed they wanted nothing more than friendship in the beginning, but their deceitfulness proved otherwise.
You can be a predator, period. You can be a predator of any age. You can be a senior predator. You only like to date the older women. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to just go after youngins to be a predator. Right, exactly, Ricky's people. I'm a press X to doubt. Yeah, sorry. I don't know Ruby Skies. I'm not the best person to ask for spelling. Destiny does seem to have grown up a little bit, Lizzie C. Yes. But we also don't see as much of Destiny as we used to. Like, because of Amber, we saw Destiny's, like, every flippin' moment. So...
So about an hour later, she goes, okay, I lied. I do have an Instagram. And I was like, oh, why'd you lie? And she goes, because I have a girlfriend.
I was actually in a relationship at the time going on, that would have been almost 3 years. It was a long distance relationship. I lived in Florida and she lived in California.
And I was like, oh, I felt something deep down though. I was jealous, but I wasn't sure because she was just my friend. We've only been talking for 3 weeks. I only wanted a friend, but we would talk every day. When she was like, oh, I have a girlfriend, that's why I just didn't want you to know. And I was like, why wouldn't she?
Okay, if you blur out this girlfriend's face, as has been done, she looks a lot in profile like Amber. Destiny's got a type, man. Excuse me. Thanks, Ruby Sky. Thanks for the warning.
You want me to know? And she goes, because I feel like I'm forming feelings for you. And I was like, oh God, here we go.
And we were engaged, and I'm gonna kind of make myself look bad here, but I did essentially cheat on the girl I was with Amber Lynn. The way that they found out about each other, Amber Lynn actually messaged the girl.
Yeah, I messaged her to apologize because I didn't fucking know she had a girlfriend. And I said, I am so sorry. I had no idea. Like, Destiny is...
I believe the term is trifling bitch. Why would you do that? If you feel bad, why didn't you just quote-unquote break it off and move on with life and be like, this is your problem? Amber likes being the other woman. Amber likes being the homewrecker. She likes being the one that other girls break up with their girlfriends to be with. That makes her feel good. That gives her a sense of power. And yeah, I don't... Because why would you be reaching out to the other woman unless you're just trying to start shit, right? Let's think back to Brittany reaching out to Amber over the whole Brittany and Erica thing. I get that she is, quote-unquote, the woman wronged. We can have a fight about that later. But why would you reach out to Amber like that unless you were trying to start something? And you could tell by the way Brittany was talking to her that she was trying to start something. Same thing with Amber. Oh, I wanted to apologize. I don't think you did. I think you wanted to rub her nose in it. I think you wanted her to know who her girlfriend was cheating on her with, because that gave you a bit of a power bump. That gave you an ego boost. So, no.
Is a cheater. She is a liar.
Even though Amber had discovered her new love interest was already in a serious long-distance relationship with a woman called Brianna, or B, Amber continued to pursue a relationship with Destiny.
We ended up talking about her current girlfriend who she was with, and how horribly she treated her, and it was bad.
The relationship I was in, the girl I was with, I wasn't sure where we were going.
I loved Brianna with all I had. I did, except for capital letters. I did everything for her and then some. She just didn't treated me the way I should be. Liked by Rarity Cat. Exactly, Cthulhu. I don't know where that little red shady face comes from, but exactly. She didn't feel bad at all. She collects girlfriends like Pokemon. No, Cthulhu. She collects mental illnesses like Pokemon. I'm not sure what she collects girlfriends like. I know the person is with someone, I draw a very firm line. If you're just looking for a friend and a friend is like, oh, I'm developing feelings for you, by the way, I have a girlfriend, then you would be like, well, as your friend, I'm going to not talk to you anymore because I don't want to break up your relationship. That's a decision you have to make, not a decision I can make for you. She feels bad about it. Yeah, she's like my cat. She doesn't actually feel bad. She feels bad that she got caught, but she doesn't actually feel bad.
After about a month of talking, or a little more, she said, I'm gonna break up with my girlfriend because I like you and this whole thing.
Yep.
We started talking on April 10th.
Yeah, we started talking April 10th. So it kind of happened quickly, everything, but that's okay.
There's conflicting accounts about when Amber and Destiny first started talking. In a video, Amber said they first started talking on the 10th of April, but if you go back to an earlier Ask a Vem post of Amber's,
Yeah, there you go, man.
she said they first started talking on the 3rd of April.
She said on her Tumblr that you and Destiny were talking for 2 months before she found out, and it was from you, Amber, that she found this out from. This would mean you cheated on Crystal by flirting with Destiny, correct? This was on May 20th, 2015. And I'm guessing Amber replies back, Crystal and I broke up on April 1st officially, and I did not start talking to Destiny until about April 3rd. So, you know, the most traumatic breakup she's ever had in her life, y'all. And she's already talking to somebody 2 days later. Her saying 2 months just simply rounded it off. I never cheated on Crystal, ever. I almost believe that. She sees boundaries as challenges. I mean, certain boundaries should be challenges, but not when it comes to other people's, like, happiness. Like, personal boundaries should definitely maybe be a challenge, you know? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that one. I think I'm trying to say if you're afraid of doing something, maybe question why you're afraid of doing it, but don't go, like, ruining people's relationships because you're like, challenge accepted. Blue eyes, white privilege, and attack. Does she have blue eyes? What color are Amber's eyes? She's got hazel eyes, doesn't she? Breaking up with your fiance that you've been with for 3 years for ALR is crazy. I mean, cheating on your wife that you've been with for, like, what would they say, 9 years for Amber? Two whole days. I know, right, Jesse B? Exactly, Max the best boy. I always love when people date someone in a relationship and act like that person would never cheat on them. Exactly. She dropped her loyalty to Crystal the second Crystal. You know, Crystal's the only person I've never heard her smack talk. Now, maybe she has and I've not heard it. But I don't think I've ever heard her say anything bad about Crystal. She says they're hazel. See, my eyes are hazel, but everybody tells me well, you guys on camera seem to think they're blue, but they're not. I promise you they're not. Crystal's the definition. Wait, who's the definition of a pick-me? Amber? Yes. Yeah, there we go. Sabella, your boundaries are challenges, other people's boundaries are not. There we go. Thank you. Wow, these high quality people. This is why we're not.
Which would have been 2 days after Amber and Crystal broke up. Crystal broke up with Amber on the 1st of April, but we didn't see the breakup video until the 15th of April. By the time we saw that breakup video, Amber had completely moved on from Crystal. After the breakup, Amber told us that.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So, since you tagged me, Cthulhu, that one's really difficult to, like, go over, honestly. I mean, Amber has waffled on being bi more times than once, so that's perfectly acceptable, but, like, I don't think Casey transitioned until after they broke up, so technically it's not a lie. Technically? I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I am myself not trans, so I don't know. I'm sure Casey has always identified that way because that's kind of the whole point of being trans. So I'm sure that's how Casey has always identified. And I know it bugged the living crap out of Amber. So there is that. And I know that Amber does not like to acknowledge Casey's transition much. So I know all of that. But as far as like the official coming out of, I don't know exactly when that happened for Casey. So I don't know how that worked out for them. Her eye color changes daily. To be fair, when you have hazel eyes, it does do that. Your stream started over. Oh no. My eyes do look, I've noticed that. My eyes look blue on camera. I don't know why. Yay, textbook's back from the treadmill. She is a hoe beast. I'm not saying she's not. I am not saying she's not. He brought it up to her and Ayla refused to acknowledge him. Yeah, no, I know. I've seen the video where she's like 100% making fun of him. Like in the nastiest way possible. I've seen that video. So. Own collection. I don't think maybe Smug and Smarmy, maybe she does, and I just think that just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work at all. Yeah, when did Casey's not Casey's, when did Crystal's parents cut Amber off? Hello, Amanda. Yeah, my eyes are hazel, green, brown, and they change with my mood. They're mood eyes. Or if I just woke up. And Freya, yeah, I think mine change with the weather occasionally too, but like I've got one group of friends that swear my eyes are green and another group of friends that swear my eyes are brown, and both. Crystal was the best Amber could get, yeah. Yeah, no, nothing that Amber says or does or tries to justify about her relationship with Casey flies. It just doesn't. It's just a nasty relationship, and that's the first one. I think Casey was technically, by timeline, Amber's second relationship, but her first, like, long-term one. So what does that tell you? But anyway. We're not talking about them today, we're talking about Destiny. Yeah, that's right. Crystal parents did pay for her phone bill after she moved out, and she was very nasty about it.
She still held out hope her and Crystal would get back together. But she still had Destiny as a backup, in case that didn't happen. And even though Amber and Destiny weren't official yet, because Destiny wanted to wait until they met before she officially asked her, the infatuation for one another was obvious to everybody who was watching.
Isn't Destiny the one that later it came out that Destiny was not attracted to Amber when they first met? Was that Destiny? Was that Destiny or was that Becky? I can't remember.
Amber would even video call with Destiny in front of Crystal, flaunting a new relationship in front of Crystal.
What do you want me to talk about?
It's recording. See, Crystal don't like being on camera, but you're gonna be all about that life, huh?
Oh, the camera loves me.
Oh yes. Look at you, all cute and shit.
A lot of people would be put off by Amber's weight, but not Destiny.
I am literally constantly reminding her how fat I am, even as we're on FaceTime, where she can physically see this herself. But in my head, I feel like she's not understanding how big I truly am. I've gone as far as to showing her naked pictures of me. Even after all my insecurities and every single flaw that I have, she still thinks I'm beautiful and she accepts everything I've ever told her about me.
Amber's never been the most patient person in the world, but with Destiny, she moved at the speed of frickin' lightning.
But what all have you told her? What have you mentioned exactly?
I am so excited to meet her. I can't even put it into words how excited I really am. I just can't wait to be in her arms and to be able to kiss her for the first time. I'm honestly so freaking excited. I also need to move on, so this is a great opportunity to do so. We're gonna have to pay our own bills, buy our own food. This is something neither of us has ever done before.
Amberlynn, I don't think she had worked very much, so she was kind of concerned about rent and everything and her trying to get a job.
I don't feel like I'd be moving if I didn't meet Destiny, no. My whole life I've relied on other people, especially being in foster care.
We decided to get a place together and get a roommate.
Can you guys believe it? 31 more days and I will be meeting Destiny and moving to Florida. Like, what?
Today is the day. Can you guys guess what today is?
Wednesday.
I meet Destiny today for the very first time.
I'm hoping this is all gonna fit in the minivan.
I am really nervous.
Was that like a ton of gifts for Destiny on top of all of her baggage? Or did she wrap all of her baggage in gift bags? Hello, Brioche. I think I said that earlier. I can't. Maybe it was both Casey and Becky. How old was she by the time she moved in with Destiny? Almost, I don't know. Almost 25? What, this? Sorry, it's slime, sorry. I'm trying to keep it down here.
I'm excited. I think mostly I'm in shock.
We actually met
In person.
in person on July 3rd at like 1 in the morning.
I was like, holy shit, she's short and perfect as hell.
I just thought she was perfect.
Shut up.
As soon as she opened that door and I saw her in person, and she like grabbed me up. Like she squeezed me
Yes, I
and
have
grabbed
her.
me up.
I am so grateful I made this choice. Me and Destiny connect and we have such chemistry with each other. It's freaking amazing. By the way, I love her mom, like
Legit. Shout out to Mama.
happy birthday.
Is this the same... Wait, is this the same mother that threw the coffee pod thing at her head? She was 24? Okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, she was almost 30. I'm like, no, back it up. Not enough bags to carry all of KLR's baggage. So true. They did have good chemistry, though, Brioche. That's the thing. Destiny was 19? I think so. Destiny was still young. I don't like people with K-cup holders, but I love them. That had to hurt. Because I've seen those K-cup holders. That had to hurt. Like, I would remember that. Destiny is 20 at the time they met. I'm sure he'll get into all of that.
Yeah. You didn't even make a wish.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
That's what the whole song is for. To give you time.
Smile for the vlog. I am so happy with my choice. I was getting a lot of negativity saying that, you know, this isn't gonna work, she's not gonna like me, I'm living in fairy tale land. Actually, yes, this is a fairy tale, and I'm happy to say that it's real. I've never in my life felt this way for somebody, and it's so crazy to me how strong of a connection her and I has. Like, it really just, I could cry.
The thing, though, is like, they really did have more chemistry I guess chemistry is the best word, than I think any of her girlfriends that I've seen her with. The two of them just really got along very well. And Smug and Smarmy, thank you so much for that. So Brioche, Jessica Rizzo, oh Hellfire, Sweary Fairy, Wicked Weird Wednesdays, excellent. Welcome back to the interns, mwahaha. This will be a part 1, Jasmine, but we just started, so we're only 10 minutes in. But yes, thank you, Smug, for all the gifted memberships. Truly appreciate that. Oh, don't I have I don't think I can hand them out right now. Well, so much for that. Never mind.
Who wears the pants in the relationship? I just want to say, in every relationship I've been in, that has been me. But finally, I have a challenge. So I think we both have one leg in the pants. Like certain things I have say, certain things she has say, even though I'm like,
The two would move into their first apartment together in Pensacola, Florida.
Ruby.
They would be joined by one of Destiny's friends, Jessica, who would become their roommate. Jessica would bring along her pit bull puppy, Leia.
This is Leia. Are you Princess Leia?
Another addition to their household would be Destiny's old childhood cat, Gracie.
I want to introduce you.
Was the cat toilet trained? Ow, Gracie, you were cool. I tried toilet training my cats. It did not work. My brother successfully toilet trained his, though. She's always said both, though. There are little things, little accent things that I have noticed Amber's always had. But I've only noticed it because I've watched so much of her at this point. Speculate after... Hey, Quirky! By lack of power play, I mean lack of power imbalance. Yeah. Yes, I understand that very demure, very mindful is a thing right now. She does look nice. She's a very graceful kitty, though. Look at her. She is a demure cat. She's elegant. Pensacola. Oh. They don't flush, no. No, they don't flush, but they do use the toilet. So you go in and flush after them. I don't know, maybe you can teach them to flush it. I don't know. Gracie's very mindful.
You guys is somebody. Oh, yeah. Her name is Gracie May. This is Destiny's cat, and now my cat. It's our little baby. Huh?
I don't think Gracie likes it.
Oh my goodness. Gracie? Things are just going really good, and I'm so freaking happy. We're all just doing really good, huh, Gracie May?
As soon as
She just doesn't know how to hold animals, does she? She just has no concept on how to handle an animal. Especially an older animal like that. Demurity. I don't think that's a word, Biosh. Meet the Fockers.
Amber met Destiny, her audience noticed the change in her personality. When she was with Crystal, she was shy, soft-spoken, she didn't like to discuss sex. She was basically doing her best Crystal impression. But now, it seemed like she was picking up traits of Destiny.
How's your day been?
I argue that Destiny's personality was so similar to her actual base personality, and I think that's another reason why they got along, or why Amber liked Destiny as much as she did, is because Destiny's freak matched hers.
Good.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I made you come. We just fucked.
Stop it! That's for Snapchat. This might be
I don't think Snapchat wants to know that either.
TMI. Destiny said I'm the best she's ever had.
Amberlynn, don't put that on there.
I'm putting that on there. You do look real happy, but I'd say tone it down a bit. It's not all about sex, and some of it is coming off across very different to how we know you from being with Crystal. Even crude. It's not all.
Rude is one word for it, yes. What's happening? Who's escaping what? Why didn't okay. We'll get into it. Don't worry, don't worry. Our chat.
All about sex. When did I say it was? And I don't really talk about sex. Baby! Jeez. Baby! God! People are having issue with us. Because we flirt on camera.
She'd reveal even more personal details about her and Destiny's sex life on Ask FM. Are you good at giving oral
Why? Why? Mr. Snowflake hates me. This is proof.
sex?
Oh, I'm not reading it. I'm not oh.
I'm not being cocky, but yes.
God damn it, he's gonna read it for me. Fuck. Jesus Christ, I hate all of you right now.
Ask my girlfriend. She's had a few partners and she says I'm the only one who actually makes her come. She also squirts. TMI, but you asked. Most fingers used? Is that
You need to escape from Pensacola. Where's Pensacola, Smug and Smarmy? Hey, come to Pennsylvania. It's nice here. Usually. I'm not scrolling up for that either. Tested your teenage son. Yeah, I had somebody ask me. No, nobody asked me that. I saw somebody post, who is this middle-aged woman and her teenage son?
TMI? Lol, I don't know. 2 for her and 2 for me, but she only used 2 for me once, and it was way too much. So 1 for me. Promise you that my sex life isn't boring, sweetie. And I doubt you rocked each other's world. Like how, lol? It's called touching each other in the right places, having chemistry, coming so hard that our bodies can't take it, and we shake and grab onto each other. I make her squirt every damn time, lol. She gets embarrassed when I tell people that, but oh well, haha.
So why not tell everyone? It's not embarrassing for her. Ugh. Thanks, Mr. Snowflake, if you're listening.
Why do we need to know that Destiny squirts? Why do we need to know how many fingers?
Yes, why did we need to know? Why did we need to know? Why?
She wasn't like this when she was with Crystal. How often do you and your girlfriend do sex? We make love. What's considered taboo to you? Sex before being in love. That's pretty taboo for me. I don't...
Oh, for sake, I don't believe that for a minute. I bet you would put out as fast as you possibly could, because you probably thought you were, like, trapping somebody with that. It's too early for wine. Sorry, Andrea. If I have to suffer, so do you. Today's the day my sex positivity died. Oh no. It's so true though. It's so true. Oh. Do I want to know what the paper clips are? Why did you tell us, Mr. Snowflake? Exactly! Having a hard time remembering which is Alabama and which is Mississippi. They're right next to each other. Radius and an... Oh, that's true, though. Rocky's like, I have learned where I belong. Sorry, Poto. Sorry. It's not over with either. If I knew ahead of time, I would put out warnings of some variety, but sorry, Shawnee. I know, Jasmine, right? Like, I try to be pretty positive about this kind of stuff. I try not to yuck people's yum, but there's just certain things you should be keeping to yourself, you know?
I don't even like the word sex. I use it because it is easier, but I like saying...
Oh, that's right! The paper clips are Chantel. Yeah. No, seriously. Seriously. Makes it even worse. The paper clips are a distress signal, Andrea. It's Chantel. That was a long time ago, too. Amberlynn being the topic is all the warning we need. Well, that's true. I'd say maybe we should watch something else, but this is literally the point of the stream, so unfortunately, we progress. There's that too, Ruby. I try not to think about it.
Saying, make love. I am not a cheeseball, I promise. It's just part of the way I have always held myself. I do not think sex is something that should be thrown around, but if that is what someone wants to do, that is on them. Everyone is capable of making their own choices, whether I think they are right or wrong. Amber, it completely...
Are they, though?
He changed her personality in the short amount of time her and Destiny had been together. But one thing remained the same with Amber, that was a lack of understanding boundaries.
How did you feel when AL exposed your squirting? I was kind of mad about it.
I might have been intimate with her, but y'all don't need to know the details of that. That is not something I will be sharing.
Destiny just interrupted me to show me this picture. When you thought dating a white dude was gonna solve your problems, what even is this? Like, what the hell is that? Now that I'm with Destiny and she is in my videos with me, like, we just have a good time. We're silly and I say funny things. It's just who I am, and that's how I've been my whole life. Like, I don't really know what this person means. I'm definitely not a chameleon. I am myself.
When Amber was with Crystal, the pair of them didn't work. They were around each other all day, every day. Amber couldn't do that with Destiny.
You have to go to work soon.
I can't make it stop, Shawnee, sorry.
Destiny worked full-time as a personal care assistant at an assisted living facility to pay for their bills. Amber didn't have a job lined up when she moved, and for the first few weeks, Amber would opt to do literally nothing all day besides wait at the door for Destiny to come back home, like a cat waiting for its owner.
Destiny's about to be
Okay, look, I've got 3 of the little effers, and none of them wait by the door for me. I think you're confusing dog here.
home from work. I miss her so much when she's gone. Patiently waiting at the door.
Amber would have some company while both Destiny and their roommate were at work. She would watch the pets to make sure they were behaving. She didn't always do the best job.
What are you doing, Leia? No! Oh my god! Leia! You guys need to be nice to each other. Gracie's right here and she keeps hissing at her. You guys need to be nice.
Gracie didn't get along with the puppy. She also didn't get along with the cats, which was bad news for Amber, who was desperate to get a new cat of her own. In an Ask FM post, before she had moved in with Destiny, she was asked if they would adopt some pets of their own.
Hey, look, just because the rest of you have more dedicated cats than I do not rub it into my face. Thank you very much. Occasionally, the white cat will greet people at the door. It just depends on if he's in the mood or not. The other 2 cats, like, they don't really care. They don't really seem to, like, be bothered about it too much. Yeah, dogs will do that. Dogs have some kind of, like, psychic knowledge of when you're gonna be home. They do come greet you. My cats will sniff my bag. Usually because it has some fun smells on it, I guess. And sleep on your chest when you soak in the tub. That's so cute. Odin, save me, please. I don't think Odin's the right one for this. She's trying to run out of escape. Maybe I need to walk through the door. Probably. Let's bribe them at the door front. That's funny if they wait and then run away.
And she stated, she has a cat and 3 dogs. She'll be bringing her cat wherever we move into. And she said that I'll be able to get a cat when Gracie, her cat, moves on. Because Gracie is iffy around other cats. It sucks, gotta be honest, but it'll be okay. Their apartment complex also had a 2-pet limit, which further prevented Amber from getting the cat of her dreams.
Our apartment complex only allows us to have 2 pets. I was like, oh, okay, like, cool.
Like it's a personal grudge against just you, babe. Yeah, my cats, you're not allowed in the bathroom without supervision. That is true. I should have brought things for me, yes. Amber got cheated. The forensic sniff test. It's okay, Rocky. There will... It's okay. It's okay. There is justice because Mr. Snowflake won't let this die, so...
Get it, Gracie?
Amber would simply have to wait for Gracie to pass on.
There's nothing wrong with this cat, Jasmine. It's an older cat, and that's it. But as you can see, the cat is quite spry.
And it wouldn't take long for this to happen.
We found this red couch that we actually like. Our kitchen is like red and black themed, so the living room could be the same.
Amber's priority seemed to be buying a new couch for the apartment. However, amid the process, of furnishing the new apartment while Amber was home alone, taking care of the animals. Something unexpected happened.
I don't want to admit this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all the truth. Earlier, I was letting Leia out, had the door open, and I swear to God, a giant ass spider hopped into the living room. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And Leia was already outside. I didn't have a leash on her. Oh my.
Why didn't you put a leash on the dog before you opened the door?
I'm gonna get Leia, but then how am I gonna get the big ass spider that just hopped in the living room?
Spider is not your biggest concern.
I didn't know what to do, so I ignored the spider for half of a second, and I hurried and grabbed Leia, and then all of a sudden Gracie, my cat, well, Destiny's cat, but my cat now, she goes booking it outside, running like a ninja.
Did she though?
Oh my God. I threw Leia down as fast as possible, and I ran out that door like the speed of freaking lightning. Gracie's
I didn't know molasses could be described as lightning fast, but I suppose.
okay, she's in the house. Leia's okay, she's in the house. But then I came back in here and I'm like, cool, there's a giant hopping.
Aw, thank you, Christina's Lifting and Healing Journey. The story's so manic, it makes her look guilty. Her eyes darting all over the place makes her look guilty. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. We are doing quite well. Well, we're not, but we're going to be well together. We're going to get through this together. His 2 dogs and birds. Well, here's the thing with pet policies. 90% of the time, the apartment doesn't actually care unless you're a problem, and then they can use it to get rid of you. So, now, every now and then, they're very solid on their pet policies for everyone, and you just can't get around it. Brioche, losing Gracie test run. Yeah, exactly. Be back in a hurry. Yep. He's setting the stage with lies for future events and lies. Yeah, I mean, if this is premeditation, which is the argument being made here, because I've seen him make this argument before, it's really, frightening that she's putting this much effort into getting rid of an animal, you know? Hopping spiders are cute. You are wrong, Freya. If I were an animal, I'd book it to get away from the squealing. Yeah, she probably is really loud. Which would be why the cat doesn't like her, probably. She's not a good act. She's like Anna. She's not a good actress, but she thinks she is.
Hopping spider somewhere in the house. But in reality, it was actually a hopping frog.
Amber's mindlessness.
As opposed to a flying frog? You know. American Mickey's Alice. Got wacky there for a minute.
This nearly caused Gracie to escape. Luckily, somehow, she had managed to catch Gracie before she could run away. However, the very next day, they wouldn't be so lucky.
Our cat got out last night. Not when she got out from me, because I caught her and catched her. We're thinking she
Caught her and catched her.
wanted to do it in her next opportunity, and she did. We're thinking our friend Jessica didn't notice, but Gracie ran away, and now we're gonna try to find her. How long do you have Gracie?
14 years.
14 years.
Nearly 2 weeks after Amber had moved in, the cat that Destiny had had for nearly 14 years was gone. Amber's there 2 weeks, no more Gracie. She stated that they believed the roommate had unknowingly let the cat out when coming home. The way in which Amber relayed this information to us was very strange to me.
I think there is a spider frog, actually. Cotton's kid. I think there is a spider frog. I don't think it's a spider. Shit, Brooke. I know where you're at. Why is she smiling? Why do you think? Spiders in Australia don't hop. It's hot in Australia. Would you hop? That is true, Susan. Everyone in the story is very irresponsible. Hang on real quick. My partner. Huh? Here it is.
To many, because it seemed like she was almost glad that Gracie was gone. There's a few moments in this video where it appears as though Amber's stifling a smile. This might be what some people refer to as duper's delight, where the person lying can't help but do a little smile of satisfaction because they feel like they're getting away with the lie they've told. Whether this is true or not, Amber's behaviour regarding Gracie's disappearance would get even stranger. Destiny was visibly distraught, having lost the friend she had had since she was 5 years old. Amber attempted to comfort her distressed partner.
Don't be sad. We'll find her. And if we don't...
Just shut up, Amber. You just say, don't worry, we'll find her, and leave it at that. There's no and if we don't. There's no and. There's no but. There's no or.
I'm hoping she's in like a good place. Because there are people out there who take cats, you find them and they'll take care of them.
So she hasn't hurt my name on her.
I know.
Why doesn't the
Well,
cat
look
have
at, we
its
got our new
collar
couch. What do you think of it?
I love our couch.
I think my best quality is the fact that I'm very empathetic. I feel everybody's emotions. Like, sometimes it's very bittersweet, especially when I truthfully, like, really care about somebody. If they're hurting, I'm gonna hurt. If they're happy, I'm gonna be happy. And, oh God, that is definitely...
Half of the time, you can't even tell what emotion your partner's having. Fucking oblivious. And you get pissy when your partners don't match your emotion in the moment. That's not empathy. For 14 years, don't be sad. Yeah, chicken, I thought I lost my white cat the other day. Well, this was late last year, I want to say. And, yeah, I thought he'd gotten out and I couldn't find him anywhere because he likes to hide. Because he thinks he's a clever little bastard. But I almost started hyperventilating, honestly. I was surprised at how distraught I was over that. A 14-year-old cat that goes missing? How old was he at the time? I think my cat, he made it to 21, but I think he was 19 at this point. He got out of the apartment when we were living in Virginia. And I don't know what he was doing, but he had a wee of a time. But he was gone all day. And he was 19. And I was just beside myself the entire day trying to find this damn cat. And of course, you know, he's a cat. He comes sauntering home as if nothing had occurred. He's like, oh yeah, I had a great time outside. How was your day? You know, but still. It was a 19-year-old cat. Chances of him coming back are pretty slim, you know? Yeah, exactly. When you love an animal... Ooh, wow, your orange tabby was missing for 10 days. Wow. Yeah, that would kill me. Emotional mimics creep you out. Yeah, well, sometimes people don't know they're doing it. That's my only defense. Decision. Cheeky Pug was laying on the bed the whole time. Don't you hate that? Winter seat. Oh yeah, Max the best boy. Yeah. In there.
Like, my number one word about myself is that I'm very empathetic.
She thinks she takes on the emotions of others. Destiny was distraught. Amber couldn't have cared any less. She was just getting horny off their new red couch.
I'm making flyers
Gracie.
for Gracie.
Gracie May. We went to Walmart and we printed out.
It's it's clips like this where I wondered, you know, this is before all the other stuff that we've learned about Destiny, but it's clips like this where she's talking real slow and she's making these posters, and I was always like, was there something off about Destiny? You know, like, you know how people were like, oh, Amber wasn't really Crystal's girlfriend, she was paid to be Crystal's caretaker kind of a thing. I've always I used to wonder about that with Destiny too. Like, not that Amber was her paid caretaker, just that like Destiny wasn't firing with all cylinders. I have since changed my opinion on that, but it's clips like this that are like why I thought that. She just seems so not all there. But she could also be very, very, very sad right now. I would hope, at least. Aw, chicken, did you lose somebody? Oh, that's right, your cat passed away, didn't it? Scrolling through things. That sucks, Gotkin. Not once helping to make the flyers is what got you mad. Destiny might have been too upset to realize that Amber wasn't actually helping. I don't know, Brioche. Oh, I'm sorry, chicken.
5 pictures of her, or 10 pictures of her. How many more do you have to make? 4 more.
How many
In that
more
clip,
do you
Amber
have
said,
to make?
how many more do you have to make? Meaning, she wasn't helping Destiny.
How are you feeling right now? Sore and upset.
Destiny was tired, upset, sore. Amber didn't offer to help once.
There's our couch, by the way. It's so cute. I'm liking it.
You know what an empath would do? Help? I don't know, maybe she's a different kind of empath, the ones who don't give a shit. I don't know. One discrepancy I noticed in Amber's video was that Destiny said Gracie didn't have my name on her, which I took as Gracie didn't have the collar on with Destiny's name or contact details on. That's what I took it as.
Because she hasn't had my name on her.
I know.
However, Amber would contradict this in an Ask FM post. She had a collar with her name and Destiny's number, and we still never got a call. I hope more than anything that Gracie was found and in a loving home. She'd also made a comment under one of her videos. Gracie always had an ID tag with her name on it and Destiny's phone number, so whoever found her just decided to take it upon themselves to not call us. Why did that part of the story change? She knew Gracie didn't have the collar on. Destiny said she didn't have the collar on. So that's a big moment in the whole Gracie disappearance. I'm not sure why that changed over time. She said whoever found her took it upon themselves to not call. Just found Gracie and took it upon themselves to not call Destiny. So now she's blaming this hypothetical family, these people, for not calling Destiny, when Amber knew she didn't have the collar on. So it's very strange.
I have found a total of 3 lost animals in my lifetime. And fortunately, all of them had collars. Now, 2 of them did not have names on their collars for the people. They just had like a number that you called. And I called every single time, and every single time we were able to get the animals home. So, I have at no point ever rescued, I mean, that's a rescue at that point. I have never rescued an animal with a collar on it and been like, I'm just gonna keep this guy. I've just never done that. And I can't, unless it was some kind of like designer animal. I know those exist. And you knew that it was a designer animal, because like, I know people steal animals all the time, but they don't typically steal like cats. They steal dogs because they want them for like nefarious reasons. You know, because we lost a couple Dobermans to that when I was a kid. But, like, as a non-asshole person, I've never rescued an animal with a collar on it and just not called. That's just weird.
I don't know. It's very strange.
We still haven't found my cat.
Sorry. Yeah, we still haven't found Gracie. She's talking to her mammy. Her mammy wants to help. Damn, I look rough in this view.
She ran away Amberlynn did not intentionally let her go.
The roommate was a stripper who worked weird hours.
What does her having to be a stripper have to do with? I mean, obviously they have strange hours, I guess, but why isn't it important that she was a stripper? She could have been a nurse. She could have been graveyard shift at the canning factory. Like, what difference does it make that she was a stripper? Oh, that's cute. Discombobulated. I love that. Welcome to the interns. Mwahaha. I like that name. That's a good one. Yeah, if you know the animal's being neglected, but I don't... Gracie didn't look neglected, so... Immediately stripper shames the roommate. Exactly, Dozak.
I'm assuming because when I went to bed, Gracie was there. Like, I knew she was there with us.
It was that night prior that she came home around 3 a.m. with her boyfriend.
But we kept our door cracked.
We wanted to sleep with the door shut.
Because her litter box was in the closet in the hallway. But I think when my roommate came in that late, I guess that's when she slipped out.
So it was the roommate who did it. Destiny knows that. I know that. Roommate knows that.
Roommate knows
in the initial
what
video
she did.
Amber had made about Gracie's disappearance, she said that they only thought the roommate had let Gracie out. But now Amber claims it to be fact. Amber made no mention of Gracie's disappearance on her Ask FM until a year later, in 2016. Our roommate was a stripper, so her sleeping hours were even more messed up than ours, and that's saying a lot, lol.
You really could just say, our roommate worked nights. That's all you have to say. Our roommate worked nights. Because that's the implication, is that the roommate came home late in the evening or early in the morning, because that's when their shift ended. At no point do you need to mention that she's a stripper. Now, I'm sure the roommate doesn't care that you know that she's a stripper, because I've known many strippers in my life, and none of them have given two shits if you thought what you thought about them. So, I mean, I'm sure the roommate is fine with it. It's just the fact that Amber feels like this is such an important detail to the story. Like, somehow the roommate being a stripper makes them more suspicious or less responsible or more likely to be the culprit. It's just like, you can just say the roommate worked night shift and came home and the cat got out. Like, you're still blaming the roommate, but you're not basically slut-shaming the roommate in the process, you know? It's that kind of shit that bugs me about her. I probably will never come after somebody for spelling or grammar. Don't worry about it. Because I probably won't notice.
She also smoked weed, and we didn't want it in the house, so she smoked on the porch. On around 3 AM, she was going in and out of the front door and the porch. The next day, me and Destiny woke up at noon. I was so confused, why didn't Gracie meow at our door? We frantically started looking for her, and we seriously thought she was hiding in our roommate's closet. But as we kept looking everywhere, we realised she ran away. After everything was said and done, she ran away because our roommate wasn't careful enough. That day, we made flyers, and Destiny's whole
Here's the other thing. If you know that your roommate is working late hours, and you know you have an animal prone to bolting out the door at any given moment, it's kind of your responsibility to make sure that the animal is secure, especially when you're asleep. It's really not your roommate's job to keep track of your animal. Like, if I knew that my cats tried to escape every time the front door was open, I would go out of my way to make sure that the cats couldn't get to the front door, right? And if that means I have to, like, corral them before I leave or lock them up someplace so that they can't get out to the door, that's what's going to happen, because I don't want my animals at risk. Fortunately, they don't do that, so that's nice. But, you know, or, I don't know, train them. You can train cats, believe it or not. They can be taught. It's just this need to blame anyone except themselves for this incident is really kind of gross, because even Destiny's kind of sort of in on it. Like, it was Destiny's cat. It was Destiny's responsibility. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Destiny believed that Amber would hurt the cat. So it's that kind of a thing. And as a roommate, I think you should be a little, like, aware and just try to help out the other roommate. But the end of the day, it's Destiny's cat. Destiny needed to take care of that cat better. So, Did she pack a bindle? That's awesome. That was a little... the thumb sticking out. Gave her a colored overlay to help. I've ever used that before. Do I know? It's called Dyslexia. I think it's just called the Dyslexia font, and it should be free. I don't know exactly where to download it because I don't use it. I don't particularly find it helpful, but that's me. I know a lot of people do find it helpful, so. But you can always just, if you're capable of changing the font over, just try switching to Comic Sans and see how they tolerate the Comic Sans. I realize it's Comic Sans and people hate that font for no apparent reason, but it really is very easy to read as a dyslexic person. And you probably already have it on whatever device you're using. Your cat, wait. Yeah, if you've got a cat that's an indoor-outdoor cat, that's a whole other story. My cats are not indoor-outdoor cats. They're delicate, dainty creatures that like to think they're big, bad outdoor cats, but they're not. I missed your rant discombobulated. I'm sorry, let me scroll up. Yeah, everyone is responsible except for ALR. Yeah, it comes down to ALR and Destiny didn't want the litter box in their bedroom, so they kept Gracie out of the bedroom overnight. Yeah, I mean, I love having my animals sleep in the house and in the bedroom with me. It's so wild to me that she was like, stupid woman, let the cat out. Destiny, bet you anything, cannot stand. Oh, you know, like, most of my friends, I had a lot of friends who were strippers, and not a single one of them were bothered by people not liking what they did. Because in the end of the day, they made more money. So... Stay Puff Toddler. Yeah, even my old dudes... The 19-year-old cat, the reason why he bolted was because it was a new apartment, he wasn't sure where he was, he wanted to go explore. They were not outdoor cats whatsoever. So, I mean, cats will try to get out, but usually there's a reason behind it. What it says? I don't think she offed the cat. Why do people hate on Comic Sans? Because they're idiots. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. There's something about Comic Sans being like juvenile or unprofessional or something. These are not people who have issues reading things, so I tend to kind of take what they have to say with a grain of salt. Comic Sans is a perfectly good font, and it's also been tested to be one of the easier to read fonts for people with reading disabilities like dyslexia. So... Yeah, I saw a diary saying that she might have given Gracie away. My thing with Amber and her little, like, diabolical escapades, though, she usually somehow gives herself away. Like, she usually lets something slip. And I just don't know if she ever has. Other than the story changes. But it stays roughly the same. So I think maybe the cat really did get out, but I think it might have been helped. Like, I think maybe Amber didn't actually try to catch the cat. Or Amber really did just maybe leave the door open and just, oh, I didn't see that, kind of a thing. So, if they clean the litter box before bed, it wouldn't be an issue. I mean, yeah. We use flushable cat litter, so we keep ours in the bathroom, but we also don't have roommates, so... Oh, that's interesting. You didn't know you had a using the Comic Sans until you were older. Huh. I got diagnosed with it in 6th grade, so I've had it. I've known I've had it for a while. Yeah, a lot of kids like Comic Sans. It's a very friendly, easy to read font. If I were putting together a professional paper, I would use something like Times Roman or something like that, but That's not what I write in, if that makes sense. The fonts I use on the computer for my own personal use are usually fonts I can read easily, and then I translate them into whatever font is asked for by whoever wants the paper. Because it's usually pretty easy to just switch a font. Everything is on show when you have a baby, I imagine. Maybe I should go strip. Eh? I haven't been to a strip club in a very long. I've been into a strip club since I was 30, but there's a place for everyone. Yeah, but see, she's not with Destiny anymore. So that's when usually that crap slips. Oh, thank you. I have been compared to the actress from Annie more than once. Actually, that's kind of funny. It's been a while, but that's kind of funny. I appreciate that, Aaron. I do like Papyrus font, but I can't read it. I do like it, though. I think it's a fun font. But yeah, that's probably it, Lee. It suffers like Papyrus from being an interesting font that's widely available, so people use it when they want to be fun and or mysterious. It would hurt my plumbing. I never learned cursive, and that was a fight. That was a fight. My mom's writing, I can't read my mom's handwriting. It's she uses cursive, and it's a nice cursive, I guess. I cannot read my mom's handwriting. Never have been able to. Sam got adopted out. BBJ was also adopted out, but, you know. Oh, yeah, no. ALR definitely acted happy about the loss of Gracie, so... Yeah, serif fonts are easier to read. They're usually... It's because the letters are weighted at the bottom different. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I got links disabled for us common folk. I have no idea. I don't even know how this stupid chat thing works. Do you have a link, Faithful Duo? But use computers. I would change all the scripts to Comic Sans. Yeah, it's an easier way to read. She's probably mad at the stripper because the stripper was prettier than her. I mean, I hate to be a dick about it, but let's face it, strippers, even the heavier strippers, and I had friends who were heavier who were strippers, even they had better bodies than most people. I mean, it's a very physical activity. It's a very physical job. You are dancing all night long, right? So you have a dancer's body. That's just the way of it. And so the stripper, and also the prettier you look, the more tips you're gonna make, right? So it behooves you as a stripper to look the best. Like, it's to the point where strippers can even write off boob jobs because it's considered part of their work, right? So my point is the stripper was probably prettier, and Amber hates girls that are prettier than her. She always has. She always will. Anyway, let's keep going. If you want to send a link, this probably won't work because I'm not even logged in as myself. And you're not on the Discord, which is fine. You don't need to join the Discord, but do join the Discord if you want. I'm trying to remember my email. Tiny blue. Try to check it as we go.
Family went looking for her and posting the flyers. Guess what? Our roommate didn't even budge, didn't try to help, and didn't even say sorry. She absolutely sickened me. In another, she stated, no, she never apologised for what happened to Gracie.
And what was really messed up about that is when we asked her about it, she was like, I don't know, I could have.
Oh,
and she didn't even try to help with anything. She just stayed gone.
That was horrendous. I was like, are you kidding? You can't even help find the cat with us? Like, what?
Jessica never acknowledge that she did anything wrong, that she let the cat out. She never apologized for it, which says to me she didn't think she'd done anything wrong. She didn't think she was the one who had let Gracie out. And maybe Jessica didn't want to look for Gracie because she felt animosity towards Amber and Destiny for being accused of letting the cat out.
I know people have questioned in the past, well, if you knew that Gracie wanted to run away, then why did you have her locked up in your bedroom? And I'm like, bitch, are you kidding me?
No. Your roommate spoke truth. Why didn't you have her locked up? Common Sense has the link. Yeah, it's opendyslexic.org for the dyslexia font. Yeah, strippers are no joke, man. I have a lot of respect for strippers. Hey, Allie's here. Guys.
That whole apartment is also Gracie's apartment, and we talked to our roommate. We put down rules. The roommate had some rules, we had some rules. And just because the roommate broke the rules, that is not because of me and you.
Well, it was also, I don't know how she broke a rule because it was literally just an accident.
Yes, of course. But one of the things as a roommate we spoke to her about is about Gracie. Can you watch the door when you come in late at night? And she said yes, repeatedly over and over. Just in the same sense of how I had to babysit her freaking dog all the time.
But people, I think people are putting it together because you mentioned that she had got out earlier on you that day.
Oh yeah, where I had to go run and get her? Yeah, it's because I was paying attention. I saw her run out and I ran and got her.
In all the other posts and videos regarding Gracie's disappearance, in only one does she mention Jessica bringing the boyfriend home.
It was that night prior that she came home around 3 a.m. with her boyfriend.
Which makes...
Yes, that was the roommate. So, as I said, Amber don't like the girl because the girl be prettier.
me wonder, is Amber attempting to rewrite history the way she's done many times? Despite the roommate's denial and Amber having no proof that it was Jessica who did it, Amber was now adamant that it was Jessica's fault. Amber always seemed to bring up Jessica's line of work whenever she mentioned her.
Where's her stripper bag?
That's these.
Stripper bags, though!
People saying that, I guess you dogged her for being a stripper. I mean, that was her business. But
no.
Show them the whip that she has. Ew, don't touch it! Don't touch me with it. You don't know what she's done with it.
Like her being a stripper.
Oh, I know what she's done. No, I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. I apologize. Yeah, exactly, Purbug. Destiny looked pretty distraught. I will give her that. Convenient the roommate has no platform. I just don't think the roommate gives an F anymore. I have no Fs to give. Oh, don't cry. Don't let Amber win. No tears for Amber. Right, Bruce. And I think I missed who said it, but somebody earlier said that, like, Amber sits here and, like, slut shames the roommate because she's a dancer and is, quote, selling her body, and yet, how do you make a living, Amber? Like, you want to reflect on that a little bit more there? The cop says I have Fs, you just can't have any.
Was something that I always thought was so fascinating. Yeah, like I would never dog someone for that. Are you kidding?
Amber thought her being a stripper was so fascinating. But did she though? Did she?
It's a weird, like, thing. Like, the whole scenario and environment, it's weird. Like, these girls are on stage, kind of, like, degrading their body a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, like I would never.
She's fucking jealous is what she is. Look at her. She's jealous because she knows she can't get up there and do the same thing. Now, I will say, there are places where Amber could have danced if she wanted to. There's always people looking for that. But the point is, I don't think Amber would have been able to dance at the place where the roommate was dancing, because a lot of places have like an aesthetic they go for, right? So I honestly, I know this sounds weird. Maybe it doesn't. I think Amber was jealous of the roommate because the roommate was pretty, and she's slamming the stripping aspect of it because she's jealous because she knows she couldn't strip there. She knows she couldn't get up on a stage and start taking her clothes off, and guys would not in any way, shape, or form pay her. They'd pay her to put her clothes back on, maybe, but they sure aren't paying her to give them a lap dance. So, and Amber wants to believe that she is this sexually desirable goddess, and outside of a very specific group of people, she's not. And that drives her nuts. It's why she gets such a kick out of ruining people's relationships or being the other woman, because it shows her that she's more desirable than the actual girlfriend, right? By being the other woman, to her, that shows that she's more desirable sexually. And that's very important to Amber. Like, she may or may not actually be a sexual creature herself, but she finds and defines value in herself through other people's desire for her. Did that make sense? Yeah, faithful duo. But you're right, though. I mean, I know you're making a joke, but you're right. Like, how is that TikTok of Amber in that see-through dress wearing a bra and effectively, like, panties? How is that any different than what the roommate was doing for a living, other than the roommate got paid and Amber did not, right? Maybe she was jealous because Destiny and her were friends and she didn't want her and Destiny to get closer. Maybe. I mean, she's known to do that. she's mad because the roommate declined her offer to choreograph their dances. That's funny. Amber won all of her choreography dance class things. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, Allie. There are places Amber could go. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being Amber's size and wanting to feel sexy in your body, or even if you have enough confidence, get up on stage and share that with other people. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I think Amber's jealous that the stripper the roommate was able to do it, right? Because I don't think Amber does have the confidence to do it. And burlesque is such an art form anyway. There's so much more to burlesque than just taking your clothes off. Amber's not a girl's girl. Amber doesn't like other women. The fact that she's a lesbian blows my mind, because she does not like other women. Interpretive dance. Damn it. I have a chili cheese dog I'm gonna eat, so. I saw the grilled cheese and I was like, man, that sounds good. And then I was like, ooh, chili cheese dog, I got that.
Dog someone for that? Are you kidding?
I think having 2 cats and a dog is a perfect amount right now.
Okay. But eventually, you know, the inevitable. It's something we don't want to talk about.
Wait, what?
The inevitable.
She goes off on things.
Just listen.
Are you talking about death of a pet? I don't like the whole.
Do not know what inevitable means? Scholar Lynn over here?
You know, if my cat dies, I'm gonna get another one because that's like replacing it.
So here's a secret fund. You guys have no idea what this stands for. It's gonna be a secret.
Unbelievably, just 2 days after Gracie's disappearance, Amber was already saving up for another cat.
So after Gracie went missing, we went searching and we searched for a while, and Destiny brought up to me, let's get you a cat. I was actually quite shocked, gotta admit. And I
No, you weren't.
made sure to talk to her. I was like, but what about Gracie? How do you feel because
Yes,
Gracie?
Bruce.
Like, I made sure to put her feelings first, and
No, you didn't.
she was like, no, that's fine.
I'm sure you guys could figure out that Wasabi Fun means we are getting a kitten.
Am I the only person that doesn't say kitten that way? Is that a me thing? I mean, it's entirely possible. Because I hear so many people say kitten. Am I the one saying it wrong? Of course, there's no right or wrong way, really, but am I the one who's saying it the weird way?
The reason why I call it the Wasabi Fun is because for years and years now, I have
2 days my ass, Ben Marie.
wanted my own cat of my own that I adopted myself, and I really, really, really wanted to name it Wasabi.
People said that I like had a Wasabi fund. I did. I think I had maybe $10 for a cat. That's it. And people are saying that like I had this whole Wasabi fund, so I got rid of
Put that baby down now. A cat does not even want to be held by you.
Gracie because I had enough money for a cat. Absolutely not.
Amber would sell her Nintendo 3DS and iPod in order to add to her Wasabi fund, so she would have enough money for a new cat.
So I sold 2 devices that I absolutely loved because I thought Wasabi could not only help me, but also help Destiny. And we decided together to get a cat together.
After just 4 days of Gracie being gone, she was now replaced.
Guess what, everybody? I'm a mama.
Yeah, the goit'll stop. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not... It sounds weird to me because it's not the way I say it. I'm not trying to say that it is a weird way to say it, which I know is how that's coming off, so I apologize for that. But, like, Kicking Geese says kitten. Amber just said kitten. I've heard, like, at least 5 other people say it that way. And I just wondered if maybe I'm the one that says kitten wrong. But it's fine. You say it with the hard T as well? My T's are silent. Kitten. I've heard it kitten as well. That's usually the Midwest, right there. Kitten. It goes along with cheat yet. It. It's cracks me up. Anyway. I'm a monster! I didn't know you knew me that well.
I'm so freaking happy. I have a little kitten. I am like over the moon right now.
I have a kitten. I am a mother. I. Not us. Not we. Not we adopted a cat. Not our kitten. Our baby. No us in this language. I, me, my.
We named him Chaplin. He is beyond perfect, and I'm super excited. Like, literally, new family member.
Oh my
Look
god.
at his mustache.
He has a mustache.
He's named after Charlie Chaplin. Babe!
What?
No, he's about to fall. He's gonna jump.
I have noticed that his eyes are becoming greener and greener. Every time I look at him, I just think of my little Wasabi. I am officially changing Chaplin's name to Wasabi. I mean, my little Wasabi. Oh my god, I am like so happy now because I really wanted Wasabi. And I got him. Like I could probably cry right now.
Destiny needed that cat. Destiny needed that cat. And
Destiny needed that cat so badly. Why didn't Destiny take the cat with her when you guys broke up?
this whole rumor that I let Gracie out on purpose is just absolutely disgusting.
This is also truly it, Lee. I almost always go, baby, baby! And then my cats run away from me because they don't want to get cuddled.
Like, it's like repulsive almost.
There's plenty of different rumours and theories about what happened to Gracie, obviously none of which can be proven.
I don't think
the
everybody
popular
knew Charlie
theory
Chaplin was
is
either.
that Amber let Gracie out so she could get Wasabi. And I understand why that's the popular theory. At that time, Amber used to stay up dead late, wouldn't go to bed till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, so she would have been awake at the time. Jessica seemed to be the perfect person to put the blame on because of her profession and the hours she would come home at. Amber had everything to gain from Gracie going missing. There was a clear motive for Amber, and a lack of sympathy, empathy for Destiny was strange. The speed at which she replaced Gracie was unbelievable. 4 days. Amber might have gotten the idea to let Gracie out from the day before when Gracie escaped. That's another theory people had.
I'll say this. Will you come here? Come here. Come here. I want to use you as a point. Come here. Come here. I'll be right back. Come here. I need you. No, don't run away from me. I know. Not fully awake yet, so he's not fighting me just yet. But anyway, this little turd I know. I know. The worst. Anyway, when my two old men were, I want to say 19 and 20, this little guy, we found him, you can tell he loves being held. We found him in the road, right? And his markings, right, you can get down now. Thank you. I appreciate it. His markings were very similar to my oldest cat, who was my baby. He was like a Velcro cat. I couldn't go anywhere, do anything without him. So we decided to keep this one, even though we already had the two old men, because we knew that they were getting old. And instead of finding a home for him, we decided to keep him. So as far as the like replacing the animals so soon after it going missing, I mean, I guess you could say I had a backup cat ready to go. I've had people say things like that. I don't really see it that way, but you could say it that way, I suppose. So I guess replacing an animal after losing it so soon, because I've known a lot of people who their animals will pass away and the cat distribution system will get them, and you know, they have a new animal within like 2-3 days, maybe a week after their animal passes. So it's not an unusual thing, I guess, is where I'm trying to go with that. It's just, with Amber, it's just so sinister, right? There's the way she acted over it. There's the things she said. There's the way with Destiny, she was like, oh, don't worry, we'll find her. And if we don't, we'll just replace her. You know, it's that kind of shit that makes it so gross, right? I wasn't necessarily trying to replace my cat, because God knows that cat is not a Velcro cat. That cat's a daddy's boy. So, you know, it's not like I got my Velcro cat back, but... Mammy, your dad gets a new puppy when the old dog gets... You know, my friends do that too. And I don't think it's a bad thing, because actually getting the puppy kind of helps revitalize the old dog sometimes. Yeah, so I don't think it's weird to replace an animal like that. I mean, that sounds harsh. It's just with Amber, it's so damn sinister, you know? It just doesn't come off right. But I also would never think of, like, getting rid of an animal just to get another one. Would you let him eat? What was the point of that? Bad. Yes, you. Bird. Anyway. Exactly, Allie. I got my second dog to prepare me for the loss of my senior dog. Joke's on me, the younger dog gave the old dog a second wind, and now she's acting like she'll live forever. Exactly. Usually that's what happens. They just need a companion a lot of times. Oh, Jackie, I'm sorry about your chihuahuas. Yeah, it's the timing with Amber that's just weird. Yeah, there's some people that, like, when their animal passes, they'll just never replace it, you know? I mean, there's just some people that are like that, and it's perfectly fine. They gave up on finding the cat so fast. Yeah, that was weird, too. Inside just 2 weeks of her arrival. Was it really only 2 weeks? Yeah. And then Smug says, let's be honest, we have nearly 11 years of her behavior to go on when talking about this topic. Exactly. Hindsight's 2020.
One thing people noticed immediately after Destiny was making the missing cat posters was that Amber filmed a child playing with a laser pointer.
Yes, you do. It's the people one.
What are you doing?
That might scare him.
Are you playing with it?
Yeah, that might scare him.
Okay.
This was the same laser pointer she had been using to play with Gracie. It would appear in a number of other videos following her disappearance.
Stop! You're gonna break my phone with that stupid shit.
Here, Turkit.
Destiny?
Oh, my baby.
Don't shine lasers into people's eyes. That's bad. But I feel like it's kind of karma. I feel like that's the kind of karma for Amber.
Baby, come here. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
One of the theories floating around was that Amber might have used the laser pointer to lead Gracie outside and away from the complex. Gracie, although she was an outdoor cat, was likely disorientated from the move and was unable to find her way home.
She was also very old. I don't know if she could have gotten hit by a car, if she could have just gone somewhere and laid down to pass. I don't know. I wish I did. That was my favorite cat. That was like my best little friend. Like, I had her for so long.
The speed at which Wasabi was adopted as well made some people think that Amber was sure Gracie wouldn't be coming back. If Gracie did return, they wouldn't have been able to keep Wasabi because there was only a 2-pet limit.
Our apartment complex only allows us to have 2 pets.
I know there's the theory that Amber took Gracie's collar off before letting her out. Whether or not Amber did intentionally let Gracie out, still a mystery. No one's going to know for sure ever. So all we can do is speculate and have all the theories that are out there. Regardless of that, the fact remains that Amber's behaviour towards the whole incident was bizarre, selfish, and incredibly insensitive towards her grieving partner, who had sadly lost an important part of her life.
No.
Hate how Amber didn't even try to grieve Gracie. Even if she didn't let her out, she should have been respectful. You're right.
But you have to realize that there's real feelings and real people involved. Sorry, but that rumor is not true.
Though Destiny had lost her best friend, at least she had something to do during the day to occupy her mind.
I'm a PCA, patient care assistant. I serve the residents food, I shower them, I help change their Depends, and help them get dressed for beds.
How often do you work?
Every day except Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Do you like your job?
I love my job.
A month had passed since the pair had moved in together, and the bills were piling up. Amber would air her grievances on social media. I'm at a point in my life where it's rough. I worry if I'll be able to pay bills or even buy a $2 thing of milk. We have to borrow some money from our roommate.
I remember when milk was $2. Those were the days.
For rent, but just a couple dollars. Everything all
I remember when eggs were 98 cents. Of course, I also remember buying gas for like 75 cents. Yeah. I tell you people, I'm old. I remember the first time gas hit 90, I think it was like 96, 97 cents a gallon, and I was mad. I was like, how the hell could you possibly charge that much for gas? That's ridiculous. Ask me what I paid for gas the other day. Anyway, sorry.
always seems to work itself out. Amber, who had spent her whole life having other people pay for her to just exist, was quickly learning what it meant to be independent.
Oh,
I just learned a lot.
Alright. Be back. The water thing. No, for us. And I'm live again. Just FYI. Now he's got to go fix the tires, so. Alright, where were we? Wow. I know he's going to read this, but I just learned a lot about life right now. Destiny pays $45 a month for people with SSI. She pays $10 a month for people with Medicare. And she pays $80 a month for federal taxes. I'm going to have to pay for those things too. I'm literally in shock that we pay for other people not to work. You know, for somebody who doesn't actually have a job or insurance, she's incredibly judgmental of other people. I don't think she understands how close to being like a burden on society that she actually is. Like, also, as someone who comes out of the foster care system, who lived on assistance, how do you have this kind of mentality? It's just shocking to me. But anyway. Hey, Freya's back. Good timing. Yeah, I was gonna go driving DoorDash this morning, but as I was pulling out of the apartment complex, it sounded like my car had a tap shoe on. And I thought it was a rock, so I pulled over and I was gonna go pop it out of the tire tread. It's a full-on bolt in the side of the tire. You know I'm recording now, I'm not gonna. You can sneak in and out. But it's fine, they know who you are. They know you exist.
You told me to...
Okay.
Lot about life right now. Destiny pays $45 a month for people with SSI. She pays $10 a month for people with Medicare, and she pays $80 a month for federal taxes. I'm going to have to pay for these things too. I'm literally in shock that we pay for other people to not work.
So how was your day today?
Good. I worked and then I went grocery shopping with you.
Oh, you have a job opening at your work. Do you think I could get hired?
I don't know.
You don't want me to.
I do want you to. I'm just saying I don't know.
I mean...
He 100% does not want you to.
Why wouldn't they want me?
I'm sure they would.
I'm freaking awesome.
Desperately in need of money, Amber finally decided that it was time for her to get a job. She was interested in working with Destiny at the assisted living facility and would send in her application.
Both of the ladies really liked me and they said I would be perfect for the job. They said I have like a great personality, and I used to volunteer at elderly homes just for the fun of it when I was like around 16, 17, 18.
Sure, Jan. Sure. Oh, Shadow Minda, you're not a burden on anybody. Literally, these programs exist for this exact reason, so it's perfectly fine. She can't even put a shopping cart back. Exactly. The fact that Amber is anyone's standards blows my damn mind. Yeah, Leah, taxes are the price of a functioning society. I'm not against taxes. I'm not. I understand what they're for. Do I necessarily agree with how my tax money is spent? That's a whole other conversation. But I understand the point of taxes, and I am not against them as an idea, I guess. Why are we talking about lamb? I don't like lamb either, so I am not the person to ask about why lamb tastes horrible. The cat. Cats are burdens, but they're burdens we take on ourselves. Lee makes an excellent point. Social Security insurance, winner sees. If you're in the US, you pay into Social Security pretty much your entire working life. If you work a normal job. If you do something like this, for example. Like, I pay taxes on the YouTube money because I am a... Actually, they're considered royalties. So I pay my taxes at the end of the tax year, and they just tell me how much I owe them, and I pay them what they say I owe them, unless I can, like, bargain it down some. But, so I don't actually have mine taken out like that. But anytime you work like a normal employee-employer relationship style job, you're going to pay for your federal taxes, you're going to pay for your local taxes, you're going to pay your Social Security insurance, and you're going to pay for Medicare. Paid? Meta something. Technically, theoretically, you're not actually paying for other people. You're paying into your own account, theoretically. So it's supposed to be there when you retire or if you need it for some reason, but that's not actually how it works. It's the theory, though. So the cat, self-inflicted burden. Is this true? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying I agree with how my taxes are spent, but for Social Security disability, it's been a long time since I've had to pay a normal job, because archaeology is not normal. So my taxes are very strange when I do archaeology jobs as well. Self-employment tax. I'm not technically self-employed. The money that you get through YouTube isn't self-employment. It's royalties, which are different. If I tend the stuff that I make through DoorDash is self-employment. I'm considered a consultant? Independent contractor? There we go. So, yeah, that's different. But YouTube money is considered royalties. So it's completely, it's different. It's different money. It's taxed differently. Pardon. Amber was on Medicaid with Crystal. I mean, everything sounds good. It's different when it gets into real... The reality of it all is different than the way it's supposed to work. And that's just the US stuff. I have no idea how this stuff works anywhere else, so...
Because I really, really enjoyed being a companion for older people who didn't really have family. I loved helping them. It's just something I really enjoy. I really, really just get a kick out of helping other people who really need help. I almost feel like that's kind of like a calling in my life. They get to go to bed and be like, I'm so happy that girl helped me, you know? I officially have a job. Is it gonna work out? I freaking hope so. Like, I officially have a job. Like, I'm so proud of myself.
Essentially, when she first started working with me, she was not a PCA worker. She was like dinner help. They were like, what if we hired someone that was literally just like a 4-hour shift? It wasn't very long though. I think it was 4 to 8. Like, it wasn't very long. It was literally just to help with dinner, help with the cleanup.
Though Amber only worked as part-time dinner help, she seemed to exaggerate the importance of her role at the care home. How much is pay per hour? I get paid more than Destiny, lol. I'm not going to say how much though. Why?
I don't think so, sweetheart. I don't. I don't. You have no formal education. You have no prior experience. There's no way in hell they hired you at a higher rate than Destiny, who not only has all of those things, well, not formal education, but more experience, but also a history with the company. Like, you're not bringing anything to the table, so I doubt they're paying you more.
Do you make more money than Destiny? Why won't you say how much? Is Destiny mad/jealous you're making more than her? How is your position different than hers? Do you feel it's fair that you make more than her? I make more than her because all positions are differently paid. She's not jealous or mad because we share our money. We are in a relationship and sharing the same bank account, and sure, it's fair that I make more than her. You work as kitchen help, not as assistant. I do kitchen help for 2 hours.
I'm sorry, Ruby. I know how that works with the migraine nausea. I'm so sorry. At least you're not hugging the toilet? I hope not, anyway.
Hours out of 8, lol. Just like Destiny does and the medtech. The rest of the hours I'm attending to the residents just like everyone else. Not sure what you're talking about, lol, and how much I make is none of your business. Amber was lying about the amount of money she was making and about the number of hours she was working, Her position was not as skilled as Destiny's, and she didn't work enough hours to compare with Destiny's pay. What do you do during a regular workday? Taking care of residents, showering, guiding them, helping them with whatever they need in any sort of fashion, serving, cleaning, answering phone calls, etc. These posts were made in August. The job description she had given was that of a PCA worker, but Amber wouldn't become a PCA worker until October the 6th.
Yesterday, my boss wanted to talk to me, and I was like really nervous. She actually wanted me to train for a position that Destiny does. We're both considered PCA workers, but what we do is like just a little different from each other. And she actually wanted me to train for what Destiny does, and I'm just like, holy Toledo.
She eventually became a PCA worker as well, just for when someone called in and whatnot.
I'm really, really like nervous for it for some reason, because it is, I want to say it's a little harder, just in the sense of you have to like shower people, you have to put people to bed.
And then she came to work with me even on days that she was off. She volunteered. I don't know if that was essentially just to get out of the house more or just to be with me more. I didn't really care because I was working.
Amber had said many times that she missed Destiny when Destiny went to work, and now Amber was able to be with her constantly, even when not on the clock.
Imagine having your partner with you 24/7. Oh, you guys are talking about skeevy jobs.
However, management weren't particularly fond of this, and in a Tumblr post, Amber wrote,
You know, sometimes the nausea is worse, though, Ruby. And those of you who have never had this issue, because you're just always nauseous, and there's no end. Like, at least when you have, like, the physical reaction of nausea, it goes away, right? But, yeah, sometimes it's just worse to just be nauseous. Like, so I feel you 100% there.
My volunteer days at work are going to be a tad bit different now. Normally I tag along with Destiny and help her when she needs my help, but I just got told that I can't do that anymore. I feel like I'm going to get bored insanely fast now. Amber would constantly film herself while at work.
Hello everybody. So I'm currently at work. We have to wear these hairnets when we serve dinner. It's like a thing, and you're supposed to be wearing gloves, but I already took those off anyways. We're making like a ice cream cake for the residents, and here are the sprinkles. I'm doing the sprinkle part. She's counting pills, you guys. She's counting pills. All right, I'll let you do your little med tech stuff, and I'll come out here. Hashtag med room. I'm not allowed in there, but sometimes I sneak in there.
She would also annoy her co-workers.
Whatever you're doing, quit.
You're okay.
Stop. No, I'm not.
You're beautiful.
No,
Am I embarrassing you?
Quit it.
It's okay, it goes on YouTube though, right?
No, it does not. No.
You'll be okay.
It's going on YouTube. Like, she puts me on there and I'm standing there in my bra and underwear.
I wonder, this person, I don't know who this person is, who was telling Amber to knock it off. I wonder if she ever sees the video or saw the video. I wonder if she could have sued Amber for use of image, because she clearly says, I don't want you filming, and it does not go up on YouTube. Like, she clearly says, no, I don't want this. So for Amber to then turn around and do it, I wonder if this person could turn around and sue Amber for, like, misuse of image or something. I don't know. Filming at work is super unprofessional. Yeah, well, pretty much all of our girls do that shit, though. Like, glitter and lasers. As it is the rumor on the interwebs, one of the numerous reasons she was let go from her position was that she was constantly filming herself at work. Yeah, I mean, and we're not talking about the HIPAA violations. I'm just talking about this person's right to privacy. That's the word I was looking for. A privacy violation. So. Yeah, if somebody kept recording me after I asked them to please stop, and it was a situation like the job, like if you're out on the street and somebody's recording you, there's, unfortunately in the US, nothing you can do about it. You just kind of have to suck it up, or you can go punch them in the face, but you know, you're in the wrong in that situation, unfortunately. If it's your job, they probably already have a policy where you're not supposed to be doing that in the first place, and you do have an expectation of privacy at your job, right? So I think if this woman ever sees this video, or if they have seen this video, I think they should sue Amber. I hope that they do.
We have a flying fruity pebble, room 7, room 7. No. Go do your job.
I'm gonna need you to quit.
This proves to me that Amber did not grow up in the South. That is very polite. And that is very polite for, if you don't stop, I'm going to shove that camera down your damn throat. All right? That girl is being very, very southernly nice to her. And that can turn very quick. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on the receiving end of that, but Amber is really stupid sometimes. But she's an empath, y'all. Yeah, most care homes are most businesses are considered private. So if you're filming on premises and you don't have permission, they have the right to tell you to. This is the thing, like if you're in a grocery store or Target or any of those kind of places, you're inside a private business. If they come up to you and tell you you can't film and you continue to do so, you're technically in violation. So if you're out on the street, anywhere in public, that's a completely different story. I don't think there is a statute of limitations, though, Una. There might be. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Well, I've seen someone get the receiving end of it myself.
We have a spoiled flower. A spoiled flower in room 79. 79. What are you doing?
I'm more than positive one of my co-workers doesn't like me, or she's just a dramatic drama queen. Amber and Destiny would fool around on the job.
She doesn't look like herself. Well, she just threw someone's panties at me. Okay, well, they're clean panties, so that's okay.
Amber completely understood. While she was working at the care home, she was required to respect the privacy of the residents.
You guys always see me sitting at work because I will only vlog if I have a couple minutes to literally sit and do nothing, because I can't be vlogging like the residents or what I do here, because that's against like everything, all the rules. Taking a little break. They have cameras everywhere. Like there's one for in here. This is like the dining room type deal, but there's a resident in here, so I can't really show you guys because it's against the rules. It's HIPAA. Hold on a minute.
Despite
God forbid you not be able to film someone, Amber. What? I'm sorry that this rule is inconveniencing you in some way, shape, or form.
knowing the rules, she didn't follow them.
Someone's coming. Hold on a minute.
It can be fixed, but I ain't got the 72 like I like them.
Okay, we'll get it fixed.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
I think Destiny did think Amber was going to be a problem at the workspace, but I think Destiny also wanted Amber to pay her share of the bills. I think that's what that finally boiled down to. I think Destiny saw a way to get Amber a job, and Destiny just didn't want to lose their apartment, you know? Hey, Nikki, you're never late. You're right on time. You can't privately record in a healthcare... I don't think you can... I don't think you're supposed to be recording in healthcare facilities, period. I'm pretty sure, like, it's like the pet rule at your apartment. As long as you're not being a jerk about things, most places don't give a crap, right? But when you start being an issue, that's when they can pull the rule out and be like, oh, by the way, you're violating our privacy rules here, or just, you know, the company policy where we don't allow private filming. Right? It's one thing for a company to film you with security cameras. It's another thing entirely for you to be filming other people, right? One of those things is security for the company. The other thing is just you. And the company doesn't care about you. So, hey, Star. Oh, thank you. They were like $15. I needed a new pair, so. Well, that's a long story. These are fine. The other ones are still fine. Had you turn your cell phone off at the vet? I don't think I've ever had to do that. I mean, but I've never been an issue in public when I'm filming things either, so, like, I try not to be a dick. Their voice. Yeah, you definitely just shouldn't film patients. Most people are not in their best in the hospital or at the doctor's, or they're having very private things discussed that they don't want the rest of the world to hear. She's very disrespectful.
Yeah, we will. Oh yeah, my feet are.
She is not dainty or mindful. Demure. She is not demure or mindful.
Definitely tired. Good night.
I need toilet paper. There's no toilet paper in my room.
Okay, we'll get you some. What? Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me? I think I'm gonna try, because I've been eating a lot of beans and rice today. Please don't make fun of me, okay?
I'm just laughing because I have to get toilet paper.
Oh, you're cute. It's okay. Everyone needs their toilet paper. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What's that? No.
All right.
What?
Why is she sitting in the dark? Also, keep in mind, this is the same place where Amber posted on her social media, I think Mr. Snowflake read it, that there was a resident here that kept forgetting who she was and kept asking if Amber was pregnant. And so every time the patient would ask Amber if she was pregnant, Amber came up with a new story about it and wrote how she thought it was funny. So this is the same place. In all fairness, it probably was kind of funny, but maybe don't post it on the internet, is all I'm saying. How's it going?
Good. Gotta know how to eat the damn donuts.
I didn't even know we had a donut, so. I don't think we've ever had to replace the tire on this car.
I think we have once. Long time.
Maybe.
I think I did. Yeah, no, I did have a blowout.
Yeah. I kind of maybe remember that.
One spiders.
No. Why you gotta bring up spiders? No, 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 no. Come here. Damn cat. Tire almost replaced. Tiny Zaddy. Yeah, he's working on the car. He's flexing his car muscles. Donuts, yeah, I know. Don't remind me, chicken.
Not only would she film conversations with the residents without their knowledge, but she would also sometimes show their faces on camera.
That won't happen. No. Look at how little she is.
She is little.
I want you to do that. Here, you can do the towels. Here. Lulu can't come in.
Okay, so there's a tornado warning.
Many times, she would speak to them in what I would consider a condescending manner, as though she was talking to a pet or a child.
Hi.
Good morning.
What are you doing? Good morning. It ain't morning time.
I'm rushing it.
It's almost 9 p.m.
Well, good morning.
Be right back. Mama, what you doing? You can't walk very fast? You want to go sit in one of those chairs and I'll come to you in a minute? I gotta wipe down the tables and stuff since y'all just ate.
You want me to help you wipe the table?
I don't need help. I got it. Love you, Moo. You want to try? You want to try? You just press this button. It's a walkie-talkie. Just press that button on top. Okay?
Just press that button on top. Girl, stop. No.
That's the antenna. Press it and then talk.
Push what? Push what?
Button where your thumb is. Say something.
Hello.
You did it! Yay!
She prioritised filming her vlogs over her job of helping the residents.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm vlogging. And they actually really help.
Tell me what you want me to do.
Just go sit over there. Oh, did you guys notice that I have, instead of a hoop, I put a little... Did you notice that, actually? Let's get rid...
Just go. Just go sit over there. Dude, if I talk to my grandmother like that... And if I heard someone talking to my grandmother like that... No. I'm sorry, no. If I heard someone talk to my mother like that, there would be hands. Well, there might be, but I would be very irritated. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I don't like when people talk down to kids either. It's like they think kids are stupid. It makes no sense to me. Like, why do you think your child's dumb? You're raising your kid. You would think you would know how intelligent your child is. Yeah, exactly, K-Buns. Oh, really? I know, right? I think we're all on the same page. Oh, you thought, how was I yelling at you, BJ? I'm sorry. The whole person. These people are more intelligent than she is anyway. That's the sad part about it. You used to get told off for using adjectives with your daughter? What? My cats are irritated because my partner's outside changing the tire and they can see him through the window. Hello, puppy. I know, Daddy's outside.
Real. Do you need something? You want to go where? Target? Oh, you want to go to the toilet? Right there. Nope, turn this way.
Why didn't you get up off your fat ass and help him? That's literally your job. Putting it out there. She is the kind of employee at these kind of homes that people see, and that's why they think these kind of places are terrible places for their loved ones to go into. People are terrified that their loved ones are going to be taken care of by people like her. And that's why they don't want to put their family members into homes, because of Amber. They see this shit and they hear her talking to their loved ones like this. And that's how they think that their parents are going to get treated, or their grandparents are going to get treated. If I said, pass me the yellow bag, I'd get asked, why bother say yellow? Why? I mean, if there's multiple bags, how is she supposed to know which bag to pass you? Dude, stop. That's my foot. Does she think she's a secretary? I think it is sort of kind of a misdemeanor, Cthulhu. I think you can be... I don't know how neglectful she was, because she was never fully responsible for anyone in particular. She was under other people. Thankfully. Amber is a cautionary tale, yeah. What am I drinking? This is the Polar Seltzer. Yeah, it's backwards. Polar Seltzer Seaside Watermelon Punch. It's carbonated water that kind of tastes like watermelon. It's their summer limited edition. Pretty good, actually. I got this one, and I got the limoncello, I think it was limoncello blackberry or something like that. That one was pretty good, too. And they had a peach something or other? I don't know. I like flavored sodas. I like flavored waters because they remind me of soda. They're probably terrible for me, and I'm going to die at a young age, but it's better than soda overall. Yeah, exactly, Winter Seas. I feel like this is where ALR really learned that she loves the position of power and control, or at least added to it. Yeah. She's definitely one of those people that one of the reasons she likes being around smaller children is because she thinks she's got more power than they do in the situation. Like, she would totally be somebody who would abuse a position of power because she thought she could. I used to have Red Bull back in the day when there was just Red Bull. It was just the blue can, and it tasted like absolute ass. And I've just never gotten over it. Where are you that Crystal Light is expensive? Faithful Duo. Have I ever tried the Waterloo sparkling water? No, but I got curious about it. They had a flavor I wanted to try. That's the... Where's Waterloo at? I forget where they sell the Waterloo stuff. If it's at Walmart, I'm not going to buy it, so just FYI. Ooh, that sounds lovely, Ava. Good luck. I don't typically like soda in general, Cthulhu. It's usually way too sweet for me, and I don't particularly like the flavor of most of them. So I very, like, I bought a 6-pack of these 2 months ago, and I've got, this was one of 2 that I had left, so I've got 1 left, and I probably won't drink it until, like, next month or something. Kroger? We don't have Kroger in PA, but I've seen it in the stores, so it's around here somewhere. Well, Heather, never say never. I've been told that some of the new flavors of the Red Bull are actually pretty good. Anyway.
My thanks.
Hey, I need to get my menu card out. Menu, you can't be in here.
Destiny.
I'm not gonna eat in here. You can't be in here.
You can't be in here, Moo.
Momo, this is the office, okay?
It's for employees only.
Well,
I'll be out there in a minute. There you go. You'll see it. Here, let me show you.
Instead of saying, I'll be out there in a minute, get off your ass and go now. Old people don't have a minute.
Right there. You're welcome.
Ah, that must be where I see it, idiot.
Make sure there's toilet paper in there.
I gotta get back to work. Bye.
She would talk about residents behind their back on screen.
Destiny, one of them came up to me and they're like, you know black cats are bad luck. Try to guess who.
guess who it was?
And I go, I have a black cat at home. And she goes, but you're a black cat now. And I'm like,
No.
yeah, it's open.
It would get even worse.
So what you're saying is one of the residents doesn't like you.
She'd filmed in residents' rooms multiple times while they were in the bathroom.
Hello everybody, so I'm currently at work right now. I'm actually in a resident's room. They're showering in this door. I wish I could vlog more and I just don't vlog enough. My resident's getting out of the shower now, so I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Right now I'm currently...
Exactly. Old people have a very limited number of minutes. All right. You can tell how much this whole part of Amber's history bothers him because remember, this video is about Destiny, right? And we've spent how many minutes now talking about Amber working at the old folks home without really anything to do with Destiny? Like, this really bugged him because he spent quite a bit of time on this part during the Shaped by the Algorithm as well. He spent a lot of time on this part of Amber's life as well. So you can tell he's really upset by this, which is fine. I mean, for something to be upset about, this is it. But what is it about this girl? Does she have some kind of... Maybe. Mamba Borgram, she probably would have if she thought she could have gotten away with it, but she thankfully had enough brain cells that day. Here we go.
Currently at work, I'm getting a resident ready for bed. She's in the restroom right now. What are you doing?
I'm doing the bathroom.
What are you doing with all those things?
Huh?
What are you doing with all those bags? Just put them back in the trash, okay? See, with some residents, they have to do certain things by themselves. With this one, I helped her get dressed and stuff like that, but I can't help her in the bathroom. But anyways, that's not what I was trying to say. Today's just been rough. Over this way. All right, I'm gonna put her to bed and tuck her in.
It was clear that Amber didn't care about protecting the privacy of the people she was supposed to be caring for, nor did she respect them as people. One of the worst things Amber did while working at the care home was messing with a resident who was suffering from dementia. One of my residents just
here we
asked if
go.
I was pregnant, and I told her I was. I had a whole story too, lol. I'm 8 months pregnant, due on October the 1st. I'm having twins, 2 girls, Rarity Ray and Taylor Rose. My ultrasound picture is at home. Oh, she'll forget in the next 2 minutes. She's cute, lol. She'll ask what's for dinner every minute because she's forgotten. She just asked if I was pregnant again. I told her the same story. Next time I'll tell her something different, lol. Should I say I'm pregnant with aliens, or that I'm having quadruplets? Amber found it amusing to tell absurd lies to the residents, seemingly treating the illness as a joke. Can you imagine one of your loved ones being in a care home thinking they're actually getting cared for and people have compassion for them, and it turns out, nah, it's just a big joke someone's posting it online? I wouldn't be happy.
The level of liability that she was for this company is actually kind of staggering once you really think about it, because let's say that resident's family got wind of this and they decided to, I don't know, make an issue out of it for the company. Remember, Amber's an employee at this point. She's not just a random person hanging out, right? So the company could have been responsible for her shit behavior, and it could have cost them a lot, really. Like, somebody could have just straight up sued them for not doing what they were supposed to be doing, i.e. taking care of the residences to the best of their ability. You know? It's slightly amazing it didn't happen. Amber's constantly pregnant with food babies. Yep. Yep.
It didn't matter if the residents would forget Amber's ridiculous lies after a couple of minutes. It was completely unprofessional, unethical, dehumanizing for Amber to tell these people lies that might have caused them some confusion or distress.
Right, exactly.
Simply for Amber's entertainment. And unsurprisingly, many of Amber's viewers were appalled at Amber's treatment of the residents. I hate when you record at your job, then a patient/client asks you for something and you tell them to hold on. Get off your ass and do it. That is what they pay you for. I feel like reporting you at times. Jeesh. Actually, depending on what they ask for, I'm not allowed to get it for them. Some things they already have, but don't realise it. They have dementia and Alzheimer's disease, so you have to play along. Telling them to wait a minute keeps their mind preoccupied, and then they move on to the next thing. You'd understand if you worked with these people 6 days a week like I do. Things would come to a head when one of Amber's viewers would contact Amber's workplace.
I go into work and my boss calls me in her office, and when that happens I get really like scared and I get nervous because I feel like I did something wrong. She hands me this piece of paper and she's like, someone sent this to us, and I'm like, okay, and it's from a subscriber. Hi, I'm sure you're watching me right now. And I do have the email, so I wanted to share it with you. It says, hello, I have some information.
Why is she naked? Put a damn shirt on. Why? Why are you filming yourself while you are naked? I understand you have a blanket tucked up to your armpits, but we all know you're naked. A blanket is not proper recording attire. Period. Actually, I'm pretty sure it isn't by TOS.
About 2 of your employees that is upsetting. One of the girls, Amberland, has a YouTube channel. She often posts videos while at work. She even has a video titled Vlogging at Work. During this video, she filmed herself sitting in one of the residents' rooms while the resident was just a few feet away in the shower. I found this very concerning and thought you should at least be aware that this employee is filming videos at the facility right beside residents without residents' knowledge. Here's Amberland's YouTube channel, linked. This is the video where Amberland films in a resident's room with the resident's knowledge, without the resident's knowledge, linked.
The sender had even brought up Destiny's behaviour in the email.
It's saying how Destiny says racial slurs, which she doesn't. Destiny says racial slurs, and you can see so in this video. Linked.
In the video that the sender linked, Destiny would say something that would cause outrage in the comments.
Jesus Christ is my
Excuse me, Jesus is my what? No ma'am, that wasn't even funny, and you keeping it in the vlog tells me something, shaking my head. I agree.
Why did you keep it in the blog? I know what Destiny is quoting, and it is an incredibly cringy video. But there's a reason why it's an incredibly cringy video. And it's not because it's good. It's because everyone goes, ooh, oh, you said that out loud. Ah, alright then. That wasn't meant to be, like, carried forward? I don't know. I just, the things that she keeps in her videos has always really surprised me. And I honestly cannot tell if she does it on purpose, knowing it's going to get that kind of a reaction and make the video more infamous, or if she's a literal idiot and doesn't understand why people are mad. Yeah, exactly, Scathulu. How is she not fired on the spot? Yes, she is sitting on her red couch topless, probably completely ass naked. This jellyfish fan. It is a very old meme. And in the right circles, it's completely valid. In the circles that I know Destiny's pulling it from, it is not. I know it's in other places too, but right now there's the one that Destiny's referring to is an old video of this church group, and it's an old white pastor and his wife, and they are rapping, and they're because they're trying to bring fresh blood into the church, and they know the kids these days like the urban music. And I think it's supposed to be a comedy piece. I'm not entirely sure. It's either a comedy piece or they really honestly thought they were doing a thing. But the chorus to the rap song is "Jesus is my," and it is what it is, and it still exists out there today. You can still watch it. Ugh. I don't need to see a. Okay, first off, Dozak. Even if she was streaming bottomless, would we know? Secondly, I don't need to see it. Yeah, Danielle, it's a video. It's a video of a church pastor trying to get down with the kids. It's something. Yeah, it's funny and it's horrible. It was. I've heard people tell me that it is a comedy. It doesn't feel like a comedy when you watch it. It feels like they're being real, like they really think they're like accomplishing something there. I don't think it's I think Tim and Eric might have done a skit on it. Let's see if we can find it. Pull up a different window. You guys don't need to see me hunting the interwebs. Because I don't want you to see me typing that word into a search engine. Yeah, that's... Rapping for Jesus. That's what it is. It's a 2013 viral music video. Is purportedly written for a Christian youth outreach program in Dubois, Iowa. Dubois? I'm not from Iowa. By Pastor Jim Coldrick and his wife, Mary Sue. It is generally thought to be a hoax or a parody. The video is introduced as a product of West Dubois Second Church of Christ youth outreach program. It was set in a fellowship hall with an older man as a disc jockey. I forgot about that part. It shows male pastor Jim Coldrick aiming to appeal to youth through rap. He and his wife, Mary Sue, describe the life of Jesus Christ and criticize acts that they believe are sinful, such as blasphemy and recreational drug use. Coldrick and his wife declare that Jesus is my... over and over and over again. There is a video of it. The original video was uploaded to YouTube by user Brian Spinney on February 5th, 2013, and garnered wider attention through the website Reddit. Spinney claimed to have directed the video with his pastor while in high school. The Daily Dot concluded the video. Oh, there we go. Concluded the video as a hoax, calling it obviously fake. Chris English, pastor of Grace Point Church in Dubois, Iowa, said in 2013 that he had never heard of Pastor Jim Coldrick or West Dubois Second Church of Christ, the church supposedly affiliated with the song. The website of the West Dubois, I know I'm saying it wrong and I apologize, Second Church of Christ, linked in the original video, claims the church closed in 2004. However, the Daily Dot pointed out that the website had been created on January 15th, 2013, the same day as Spindley's YouTube channel. In light of this, the Huffington Post questioned the authenticity of the video, calling it very peculiar indeed. The song has the chorus line, Jesus is my... Pastor Chris English, in an email to the Christian Post, said the use of the word was clearly over the line and offensive. He thought the video, parody or not, perpetuated many negative stereotypes about Christians, and as such would have never worked in an outreach program for young people anyway. The Dallas Observer also criticized the song, saying, it's cheesy, it's bad, it's painful. It described the song as having a negative impact on public perception of Christian rap. I wouldn't go that far as to call it Christian rap. I've heard Christian rap. It's okay. It's not this is a whole thing. Yeah, there's I'll send you guys, this is the link, assuming I can post links. Can I post a link in my own chat? Well, at least I can post a link. Anyway. That's the link to the Wikipedia page. There's a link to the video, supposedly, therein. If you want to go look at it yourself, feel free. We are not going to do it on this channel because I don't want to get my channel taken down. So, there is that. But if you are a brave soul, it is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But it was a thing for a while. So, there's that. A mystery. It wouldn't have worked anyway. Exactly. It wouldn't have worked anyway. It's such experience. And that's why it's so believable, Star, because churches have done silly things in the past before. Flying too close to the sun with this topic, yeah. Jesus is my homie. I mean, at least that one is, like, doable, I guess. I mean, it's probably still terrible, but... Did it get onto Tosh 2.0? That's the thing, like, it's so... It hits so close to home. It was believable. You saw it as a young black kid when in 2013. Yeah, well, a lot of people saw it. It was terrible. Is the person saying the N-word in the video a person of... No, none of the people in the video are people of color. They are the whitest white people that ever whited. The pastor deserves an "at least you tried" sticker. Well, Westboro Baptist is a whole other thing. They're trying to be offensive. Alright, anyway. Again, all the more reason not to repeat it out loud.
My heart sank when she said that. I liked her until now, and I also wonder about you for leaving it in. Amber would do her best to clarify the situation in her replies. I apologise if this offended you, like I seriously, deeply apologise. I have a lot of family members, cousins, uncles, who are African American, and they call me that all the time. So in habit...
I also have family members who are people of color, and I have never had them call me that. You know what else they've never called me? Cracker. It's kind of one of those things. We just don't use that language with each other because we're family. I don't understand how that, like, if your family doesn't like you, maybe I could see them doing something like that to set you up. But just going out on a limb here.
I say it back to them, and they tell me all the time that in their culture, not saying yours, that it is almost a sign of respect. I understand that...
No, it's not. It never has been. It never will be. No.
What Destiny said was probably out of line in mixed company, but to her, she did not mean it in a derogatory way at all. I guess I am just so used to never offending anyone with the word that I did not think anything of it. But I honestly feel so horrible that this upset you, and now, looking back, I can see why. I am truly sorry. I just told Destiny that this hurt your feelings, and she feels bad, and she explained that she said it because there is a popular video...
Very, very. That's funny. Yeah, it's exactly that, Winter Seas. I can't be racist. I have black family members. That's not how that works. It really isn't, though. Really, really isn't how that works. Star, they're trying to set you up. Amber trying out her gaslighting techniques on a public platform. Exactly. Exactly what it is. Right, exactly, chicken. I didn't mean it that way. Oh, my bad. It's only one of the most offensive words in the English language. I can't imagine how someone might take it the wrong way. Yeah, exactly, it's Cthulhu. Like, never, ever. Even if I was in a room and they were calling them, they were like having a conversation amongst themselves and using the word freely, still wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. It's like, at what point am I allowed to sing along with that part of the song? Never. You're never allowed to. I mean, I guess you can. There's nothing physically stopping you, but if somebody gives you side-eye for it, that's why.
On YouTube called Jesus Is My, and it's about two old folk who write songs for their church group in a hip way. She was not meaning it in a rude way at all. I need to make this better because I feel horrible. Amber's way of making this better was by leaving the video up, as well as making a Tumblr post 3 days later using the same word, which had caused her to get backlash in the first place. Amber's history using that word dated back years. In an Ask FM post from 2014, she wrote, "How do you feel towards the word? I'm going to be insanely honest right now, like I always am. When I was in high school, I hung out with a few black people. These two guys were honestly like my best friends. They always called each other, and I was always hanging out with them, so it rubbed off on me. The first time I caught myself saying it, I was frightened because I'm a white girl saying it, and I did not know how they would handle it. They loved it. I remember their reaction and everything. They soon explained to me that black people call each other out of a sign of respect, and that the word is insanely disrespectful."
This is a public apology for using the N-word. I am sorry, it is not my word.
And I can tell you're completely and totally broken up over it. The magical word. Some people just like pushing people's buttons, though, sweary. Danielle, I'm a mixed heritage, and I don't even say it around certain people. Exactly! You guys are cracking me up. And then everybody claps. Faithful Jewel. Yeah, and then there's some people who are in that camp too. Like I know a lot of people of color who will not use the word period because they don't like the connotation of it. I know lots of people that do as well. Like, it's a thing, but the reality of the situation is if you are a non-black person who's deciding to use that word, I mean, I don't even care what other culture you come out of, you're probably going to get some backlash for it, right? It's just not a word that's taken well outside of a very specific context that you probably are not part of. Faith will do, exactly. Hey, you know? Right, and then also the cringy educational rap people were making back in the 90s to relate to the youngins. Totally sorry for real guys, right? Denotation. Faithful duo. Well, right, mammogram, yeah, mammogram. How hard is it to avoid saying one word? Like, there's very few words out there that are actual slurs that most people don't know are a slur. You know? There are very few words out there, like, that you could accidentally say and not realize that you were saying something demeaning or derogatory, you know? How hard is it to just not use those words? It's really not that hard. And then if someone turns to you and says, oh, by the way, maybe don't use that word, with the exception of the word obese, I will not, that word is medical, I'm sorry, we will die on this hill. But any other time someone turns to me and says, hey, don't say that word, or at least around me, then I will, you know, not say that word around you. Unless I don't like you and I'm trying to start a fight, which is very rare. Tactical slur. Tactical slur. I feel like I need that on a t-shirt. I also feel like it's a terrible idea. I know, I'm sorry. Obese is not a slur. I'm sorry. No. You don't get to be a special class of people just because you're fat. Yeah, and see, then you have like other situations like in the UK. I know there's certain words overseas that are more offensive than they are here, and vice versa. You know, like the C word overseas is not that big of a deal. Over here, you walk up to somebody and call them the C word. I don't even think I can say it on YouTube. And them's fighting words for some people. I read that as well, people can handle spice differently. What? Anyway. When did fat become an insult? Fat's always been an insult. If I call somebody fat, I'm not exactly, well, unless it's PHAT. I'm not exactly complimenting them. Lard for cooking is A-OK. Delicious. I mean, if you want to call yourself fat, that's fine. I call myself fat all the time. I mean, because the reality of the situation is what it is, you know. But, you know, if you're in a fight and somebody comes, you're fat, they're not telling you look nice that day. Reserve the bacon grease. Yeah, I know some people just like certain words just fall off the tongue. But lard is lard is lard.
Destiny had also received backlash for another video.
Holy shit. When I was living with my dad, we would go to this one restaurant, it's called La Hacienda. We would go there literally like twice a week. And like, I'd get so tired of eating Mexican food twice a week. I'd get the chicken tenders they have. They even like learned, they're like, oh, you had chicken tender today? Or you have, you know, Mexican food today?
Why did you just sound like an Asian?
Oh, my bad.
Okay, just to clarify, we are not racist. We love everybody.
If you have to back that up so fast. Oh, if you gotta backpedal like instantly. You read someone's comment incorrectly. I was very confused. You know what? That's me half the time, so we are on the same boat, K-Buns. There's a couple that I know people don't quite catch here in the US, but that's mainly because it's just not ones that they encounter very often, honestly. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Wait, thought of another one. Don't type those out, please. Just in case. YouTube does get a little finicky sometimes. Yeah, we're not racist, but you have to clarify. You have to. You knew you're hilarious. I've got two Asian friends who I adore. And they love to watch me squirm. And they'll pull that accent, because neither of them talk like that normally. They'll pull that accent in public, and I'll just be like, I don't even know how to react. Because it's always funny. But I'm not sure if I'm allowed to laugh. And they laugh at me. They're doing it to make fun of me. And it's fair. It's fair. Right, Start, can they just not? I mean, if they're filming it, can you just edit it out? Like, it's not that hard. Just edit it out. Interrupt this program for the following emergency announcement. Yeah. Do you feel seen, Inu? Do you feel seen? Right, exactly, Allie. Just edit the video. Yeah, Priscilla Pease does drop the C word a lot. I don't know how they get around that. Like, maybe it's because the region they're coming out of. Maybe YouTube doesn't clock it in that area. Because I'm pretty sure if I drop that word 5 or 6 times in a video, they don't care. I can say the F-bomb all day long. I'd drop the C word and I probably would get demonetized. Right? They're low-key proud. How long have I been streaming? Oh, 3 hours. Okay, yeah. Actually, thank you, Taco Talia. That's a good point. Well, we made it through almost an hour. Let's see if we can make it to a full hour and then we'll wrap up. Haitian casserole. Well, I mean, when you really break it down, that's kind of what it is. Yeah, that's what I wonder, Star, if the censors are different in other countries.
Of color. Can you please clarify so people don't get mad at that? I will tell you right now, I have Mexicans in my family, I have black people in my family, I have like dated like out of my race. Like I'm really not racist, so just want
you. I didn't realize dating outside of your race gave you a pass. My bad.
The pair's questionable behaviour online and at work had all been revealed to their bosses at the living facility, and Amber feared the consequences.
Natalie, I can't even get offended by them because they're both so dumb. I know, right?
I thought my boss was literally gonna either write me up, fire me, and she goes, so we watched your YouTube videos, and I'm like, oh. And then my boss started laughing, literally cracking the F up.
She really did laugh. She thought it was hilarious. She didn't know that we had been doing YouTube or that Amberlynn had been doing it.
Honestly, I was so scared, but it kind of gave us like a bonding experience, me and my boss.
It cracked her up. She just said sometimes people have nothing better to do with their life.
And I didn't get wrote up. I didn't even get in trouble. They just found it really funny that someone would take the time.
Oh, is that how it works? I dated outside my gender. That's great. Oh no. I don't think I've ever used my friends as like a get out of jail free card, to be honest. Because I feel like they wouldn't be my friends after that. Like I'm not responsible for that, no. Yeah, I'm gonna let this literally roll over to 60 minutes and then we're gonna cut it here and I don't know, maybe we'll jump back in on maybe Thursday.
I don't know whether or not the management at the assisted living facility fully understood the extent of Amber's disrespectful behaviour towards the residents. Whatever the case, it appeared as though her boss had not taken the sender's concerns seriously. Although Amber had claimed she had not gotten in trouble for her actions, after this video, she never filmed at the living facility again, so perhaps she was told to stop filming. Although she shouldn't need a person to tell him it's not okay to film while residents are showering, but I'm not an empath, so what do I know?
What is this?
When they weren't at work, chances are they would be at Walmart. They would be there even in the early hours of the morning, buying junk food and other tat, and just fooling around.
Junk food and other tat. You don't say that in these parts here. I have a mom, I could never be a misogynist. Exactly, Brioche.
I think it's safe to say that we live at Walmart. What do you think? Don't judge, I'm on one of these little scooter things because everyone and their mom uses one here, and plus my freaking feet hurt. Oh, she's carrying a big freaking dog. Like, what are you doing with your life right now? Oh, did you kill him? Oh, you're just gonna leave it? Okay, cool. It was nice knowing you. See you later, I guess. So, turn that little fella on, click up like so, and then we start moving. But anyways. That's called a long day at work. We're driving one of these.
Amber would have many different explanations as to why they both used the scooters.
And I'm sure you guys are gonna be making fun of us because we're in our little carts, but it's like 2 a.m. No one needs these right now. Like, Destiny, why do you use electric carts at Walmart? At this Walmart, everybody and their mother uses this thing. Like, everybody.
No, they don't, because you're in it right now. Everybody and their mother can't use the damn thing because you're using it. To be fair, if it is 3 in the morning, whatever. But put it back when you're done, I guess. We all know that nothing the pod was bought. Yeah. The boss is highly sus if she really thought it was funny. Yeah, you can't trust anything they say, though. Stereotypy. That's a fun one to say. You can't trust anything they say. For all we know, they got wrote up. But, I don't know, for both of them independently, because I think that was Destiny post-breakup. So, it's their fault I'm using a scooter. That's funny, faithful duo. Yeah, I set it on the charger. Just came back from America. People use these a lot. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't. But now, am I going to sit here and say that when I was a kid, and by kid I mean teenager-y, and I went to Walmart at 3 in the morning with my friends because it's the only place open at night and we wanted to go hang out somewhere, that we didn't race around in the carts? I'm not going to sit here and say we didn't do that, because we did. It's something stupid kids do. She's 25. You're past the stupid kid phase, right? You should be into the developing your adult part of your brain at this point. Put it back. Also, at her size, she really needed to be walking at this point, because this really contributes to her size and to her immobility, which is why she won't get off of her fat ass and go help the residences when they ask her for help. People learn to go along to get along. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, if the same thing happened today, they'd be fired. No questions asked. You're gonna go make lunch. Alright, we are at 59 minutes and 21 seconds. I think that's close enough. It has been 3 hours. I hope you guys have had a good time. I pass aggressively. That's pretty funny, actually. No. Here, you have it. Right, it's different at 3 a.m. Yeah, I mean, like, you can kind of give a pass, but at least put it back on the charger when you're done. Yeah, when I was little, I always wanted to try one because they look like fun, and my mom was always like, no. And then, you know, my grandmother needed one when she was 90. And they became so unreliable because not only are they rarely where they're supposed to be and charged, like, they break down a lot because they're just not maintained very well in general. So we ended up just buying my grandmother her own and just took it everywhere. Well, I'm glad I made your paperwork less boring. Successfully feraled the chat. Yes. I am skipping out on 39 seconds of content. I'm sorry. Get the teenagers doing it. Yeah, exactly. Like, dumb kids do dumb shit. That's how it works. Well, I mean, most adults here don't use them because they are, again, for the old and for people who require them. Not the average person who can walk on their own 2 feet. Amber's disabled herself, though, at this point, you know? I'm not surprised that she uses the scooter. She's effectively disabled herself. Same thing with Anna. If I found out that Anna was using scooters, especially on some of her trips that she goes to where she has to go far, she has to go longer distances, if I found out that Anna was using mobility scooters, it would not surprise me at all. Oh. Alright. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a shopping cart because that's where we are at. And I think we'll try to pick this back up Thursday evening. Probably same bat time, which would be 4 p.m. EST, just because it's convenient for me, and I apologize, but... Oh, she justifies it as everyone uses them, even skinny people. It's not, yeah, it's not about... And what was it? I don't know the exact term for it, but it's like some people need it sometimes and they don't need it other times. Like it's also valid. Excuse me, but anyway. Yeah, 400 pounds at 5'3" is a lot to me. So. I'll try to remember of ADHD. Anna used scooters at Disney. That doesn't surprise me, honestly. Yes. Are they trolley or buggies? That's the shopping carts. Are they trolley or buggies there? I don't know. He says that as if skinny people can't be disabled. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys for joining me. We haven't really, with the exception of the Gracie stuff, we really haven't gotten to the truly terrible things yet. So, let's all try to remember I'm at 59:21, and we will, like I said, we'll pick up Thursday nights. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to the chat. I'm a good watch for Disney video. Go check that out then. I will eventually get there because I'm doing the deep dive on Anna. And I will see everybody Thursday. Members, we're going to do a member stream tomorrow night at 4 to 6. And I think I'm going to do a rune reading because I haven't done anything nice for you guys lately. So I figured we'll do that. And we'll just play it by ear from there. So buggies, Southern US, trolleys, UK. Buggies are for babies. Oh. Duo buggies is a northern US thing. Oh, buggies are a northern US thing. But anyway. A scooter. Are they called scooters someplace? Interesting. I love language. Anyway, see everybody next time. Bye!